The session was 169. We begin at 5:32, 13:55 summer at 1 a.m. We go check on the girls and they are safe. Onward then cast Hollow through a divine intervention. We head back to sleep. It turns to the next day and we figure out our next steps. Vorkman, I come to bargain. After a bit, we travel to the temple to use the portal to the Astral Sea and locate Scarlet and Ellen with us. We are then dropped at the elementals to give the Phoenix core to the elementals. And Eldrin teleports us back about an hour away. We then head back to Ember and then leave after a bit as they're deciding to keep Robert's side project at home and rest. Then we start traveling to the Empire as Aurora starts guiding them as we come across a Roman-style structure and find out it's old fire giant from the radar in Celestial. We then take a detour to the temple as Eldrin sets up a telepathic bond between us. We then decide to go all in, and we decide to all go, and Aurora goes farther ahead while we are still climbing over 2 hours later. And then 3 more hours later, Aurora reaches the top, and after a bit, hears some tremors and footsteps before they leave. And session end.
Alright, thank you for that recap. So yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. I do have a map now. So let me
Yay!
bring us over to that.
We just decide to leave. Bye.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't have to use this map. Well, I guess, so you were up there, Aurora. What was your plan?
Yes.
What were you gonna do next?
I honestly forgot. I am still invisible. And I was gonna wait there at the top of the steps until the rest of them gets up to me whenever they get up to me.
Alright, so, were you able to communicate with them in any way?
Yes, Psychic Veil. Oh, I'm sorry, Psychic Whispers.
Okay.
To the telephone method.
Alright, and you had told them what you saw and that you're waiting?
Pretty much.
Okay. So then I guess, what are the rest of you planning to do? Are you heading up? Are you asking him to come back down? What do you think?
I think we're resting right now, right?
Yeah, I think it was me and Eldrin Watch who had been told.
Did she just kind of... Well, so, weren't you following along behind her, I thought? Or were you all the way back at the bottom?
So she had like a...
It got to a point where you're like, yeah, it's getting to a point where you probably want to camp out. So
Oh, because she, Okay.
Because I only need 4 hours.
Yeah, I think she took like a 4-hour head start on us.
Alright,
Yeah.
so at this point, I guess, they would have to finish their rest.
And I will probably start mine. Basically coincided with the 4 hours. So we finish up the stay at the same time.
Are you staying up here, or are you going back down someplace? What are you doing?
I'm going down a little bit, but not too much. Stay away to get away from the top. Well, I can still see the top, but enough to not be seen.
Okay. So I'll have to pass some time. Wait, let me... Oh yeah, my calendar says it's 3 a.m. So yeah, you must have been in the middle of the rest. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we'd quite registered how late it was when we started climbing.
Yeah.
What's your dark vision?
Me?
Yeah.
Uh, 50 foot, I think.
Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, because, yeah, this place was lit up. So let
It's
me
whatever the
just-
goggles at night is. I think it's 60.
Yes, let me just give you a view of what you saw. Okay. So this was the top of the stairwell where you came up.
Okay.
And you all can see it, I assume. He's mentally kind of telling you about what he sees.
Okay, I get now. It was just blinding white at first for some reason.
Now I can't see anything.
Yeah, well, I was just giving you a quick view of it. Because you said
Okay.
you went back down the stairs, right?
Yeah, enough to still be at the top, but enough not to be seen.
Okay. That is weird, though. Why did it not stay shown? Oh, well, whatever. Alright, so time's passing. The rest of you are resting. You would hear some more movement. Well, how far down the stairs are you going?
What's my move speed? 35. Probably about 70 foot down.
Alright, so a little ways down. Yeah,
Yeah, enough not to be seen but near the top.
you do hear some movement as the hours are passing. Luckily, the giants, well, you assume are giants or whatever's up there, don't actually come down this way. So yeah, you would all finish your rest in the morning. I think, yeah, so it is now 8 a.m. What do you want to do? You've gotten a couple of messages from your ally, Aurora, from up on the stairwell, telling you about what she's seen. So you at least have an idea.
Great question.
And I'm
Okay,
pretty
we
sure
ball.
at this point they cannot communicate with me as my telepathic bond has dropped.
Yeah, so you've lost communication, but that was kind of expected. Were you saying something, Robert?
Yeah, okay, we ball.
Okay.
Well, we don't
That
have
means
much
you continue.
choice. I mean, he's up there now. Or she's up there, unless we can tell her to come back down somehow. Oli says, I was so looking forward to the city.
Me too, Holly. Me too.
Dosha says, we cannot leave her. We should go make sure she's okay.
Yes, that much I agree on.
Although we should also, well, Did she tell anyone she was leaving?
I don't think so.
I feel like we should have a talk with her about just suddenly up and leaving.
I'm trying to remember if we had the conversation or not.
She told us
I
she
don't
was,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really an agreed upon action. Or at least I wasn't awake for it. Voley would say, do you all need me to come up there with you, or should I stay back and watch the ship, perhaps?
Yeah, let's come with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we are down a person, we probably want to.
We are down in Eldwin. Should have asked if he would give anyone permission to play his character. Why is his picture broken? That's weird. Alright, well, so you're bringing Dosha
yeah,
and Voley up with you?
Yeah.
That's the plan, yes.
What about Scoville?
I don't think so.
He's
I
probably
don't
more
know.
like in the background somewhere, if anything.
Yeah.
Alright, and Sierra didn't say anything, so we'll say he is staying on the ship. Yeep. Alright, so we're heading up, climbing the stairwell, which sounds like it's going to take a while. Alright, so as you leave the ship, it is extremely hot, and I will need con
I think-
saves.
I think we
Oh,
were
we already
camping
did that,
on the
yeah.
stairs.
Yeah, they
we're
were on
coming
the stairs.
Oh, you were on the stairs.
We were like halfway through climbing, and you were like, "Yeah, you're getting to a point where you're probably gonna
Oh.
want to set up camp." So we camped on the stairs.
Let me
And
see.
yeah, I would read that Aurora only needs the 4 hours, so she would go on ahead.
Oh yeah, there it is. You were on the stairs. Okay. Alright, so you continue upward, assuming you're going to need about 4 hours of climbing. You would be able to get up there without much issue. And at about 12 p.m. in the afternoon, you would bump into Aurora, who's kind of hiding on the stairwell. Although you see her pretty easily coming from below.
Well, this is the surface?
I wish.
Foley says, well, we're here. I might as well go check this out.
The problem is, based on what I heard, this abandoned place might not be so much abandoned.
When has anything ever been truly abandoned?
Well, I mean, we didn't know anything about this place from downstairs, just that nothing had been down the stairs in a while. Maybe they have no need to come down all those stairs.
Yeah, we can go talk to them.
I think we had done a nature check to know that this was likely fire giants, and they were like very typically evil.
The architecture, yes, was a fire giant. Alright, so you're
Yeah.
heading up.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, you know, might as well. Don't need to stall.
I also set up a telepathic bond between us.
Okay.
Lasting for 3 hours.
Go ahead and link it.
Where is it? Here? Oh, yeah. No, that's not it. Not there. DD. There we go. The top one.
you come up the stairwell into what looks like some sort of main hall. A bunch of doors greet you, and a very large hall leads to a set of big red doors, double doors. You have no idea how you get those open. They look very big.
I don't think we'd be. Is there like a crack on the door floor?
There is. It's not very large, but I mean, there is a space between where the door and the floor are. You also see that the hall seems to be lit by some sort of light stones, possibly continual light rocks.
Nice. Could one theoretically squeeze underneath the door?
No, there's no way you could squeeze.
Could I see the other side of it?
You could
Do that.
possibly do that if you want to look under the door and see what you see.
Is it bigger than an inch diameter? I could send an arcane eye.
That, or I could also teleport.
You know what, guys? I have a great idea. Knock on the door.
Oh no.
I thought you said great idea.
It's a great idea. You know, it's
Says
it's the common thing to do.
I mean, it would be more polite than just sneaking into this place, I guess, Voli says.
We already done that.
Like, Anvir, let me use the translator. I'll go and knock on the door.
If you die, you die.
Hey, I'm here to live fast, die young, and leave behind a beautiful corpse.
Well, if you get stepped on by a giant, Voli says, your corpse ain't gonna be that beautiful.
I was gonna say a puddle is very beautiful looking.
If you die, I'm not rescuing you, buddy.
Well,
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
alright. Are you here, Mary?
Yeah, I'm just not feeling very well tonight.
Oh, alright. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, well, so, you're stepping forward and you're gonna knock at the door?
If no one
Here.
stops me, yeah.
Dosha seems very nervous about this.
I'm with Dosha. I'm like, I mean, he's gonna get us, kid.
Yeah, no,
I go and knock on the door.
as he does that, I do not move from where I am.
Alright, go
Are there
ahead and
any,
move.
like, is
Sorry.
there any, like, are there any high spaces, like ledges or anything in this area?
There
Just-
isn't really much of a ledge situation. I mean, you could possibly hang from the continual light brackets, or maybe like a doorknob you can stand on one. But the ceilings
but
are
not,
kind of
not
like,
up above. Yeah, not like above the door level or anything. Okay, that's all.
no, nothing really up high. The ceiling in
chandeliers.
here is
No chandeliers to swing from.
no, not so far. The only lighting source is the continual light rocks. The ceiling in here is at about 30 feet, so it's pretty high. But yeah, nothing up too high. Alright, well, Robert, if you're stepping forward, go ahead and move that token forward.
Before we
Yeah.
forget, Nasir, I don't know if you fell asleep last session, but you did end up actually winning MVP.
I think I did fall asleep, but what did you say after that?
You ended up winning MVP.
Oh, I did? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did fall asleep.
Yeah.
We end at nearly midnight for me, so
Dang.
but thank you guys.
Alright, so Robert,
You're
as
not
you
welcome.
approach, you think you hear footsteps coming from over here
From over where? Oh,
to the east somewhere.
then I'll come and knock at this door.
Footsteps that sound heavy enough to be giant.
Oh yeah, they are definitely big footsteps. So the stone door here, there's a bit of an aroma coming from underneath it. Almost like the smell of fresh bread, possibly some meats being cooked.
Nice. I give it a big ol' knock.
Alright, so you slam your fist against the stone door. Unfortunately, stone doesn't make much of a knocking sound. But you do think you hear something, someone or something stir from inside. And you would hear a voice say something in a language you probably don't understand.
I think we have a translator.
I don't know if Anvir gave it to you.
Andre, did you give it to me?
I mean, he did ask for it.
Yeah, I did ask
Alright,
for it.
so then the translator would kind of buzz a bit, and you would hear it say, "Who's there?"
Like, hi, I'm a weary traveler. I got lost. I mean, sidetracked.
Oh no.
Alright, so you hear large footsteps approaching. And the door is pulled open. Standing in front of you is a very large individual who kind of looks over you out into the hall, confused. He did not seem to notice you down below. He says, "Who's there?"
Oh,
And
Like,
then
hello!
as your translator statics, he suddenly looks down surprised and says, "Small folk, in these halls? How did you get in here?"
There's a giant set of stairs right there. I thought it led to the surface, so I followed them.
He says, "You ascended the great walkway, but there's lava surrounding this place. You are no fire giant. And you're here alone? Are you mad?"
Well, depends on who you ask.
I haven't cooked up man flesh in a long time. Pulls out a cleaver.
oh no.
Oh, please, I'm friend, not food.
Give me a persuasion.
Best have to doubt.
Press X to that. I think that I'll use my one insight point.
Inspiration point, you mean?
Yeah, inspiration point. Sorry, for +2.
Okay.
34. 34.
He says, "What use is a small friend like you? You'd be way more useful as a morsel in our tummies."
Oh. He's gonna
Well,
die.
we're friends with a thunder giant. Wait, storm giant? Thunder giant?
Oh no.
His
I don't know
eyes
the-
narrow. He says, "Storm giant allies!" Roll for initiative.
Oh no.
So I wanted to come and make allies with your kind.
Yeah, he did not seem
No.
to like that you were friends with storm giants. Perhaps
How did
there's
they
an
roll
animosity
initiative?
between them.
I'm sorry?
Well, it seemed like he didn't like the fact that you are friends with storm giants. Perhaps there's some kind of animosity between their clans.
Is he actively attacking me?
He looks pissed, and he is raising his cleaver up to attack, yes. At least for now.
Me and
Oof.
Volley
I'll
rolled the
I'll
exact same thing.
I'll use my once per day human reroll on initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
link it in chat.
Young boss.
Using those resources.
Honestly, you could have took my initiative.
Alright.
Fuck
Who's
it.
playing Kosha, by the way? I kind of just assumed I was playing Volley because I still had control of him.
And I'm assuming it'd be Miri, but I don't know what she's up to.
I could,
Sorry, what?
I guess I could play Dosha.
Sorry, what did you say?
So
Oh,
I
we were
was
just
playing
figuring out who's
Dosha.
playing Gosha.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Am I?
Well, or I can, if no one
That's fine.
wants
Yeah,
to.
that's fine. You can. Who's playing Volley?
I had control of him, so I just
Sure.
did.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Which is funny because me and him rolled the exact same number.
Alright, so Robert, You are the first to act. It seems that the mention of the storm giants has enraged him.
Can you resort, please?
What are you
Thank
gonna
you.
do?
Like, oh there, friend, no need to get so angry. But if it's to come to blows, you'll surely regret it.
The halls rumble with his laugh. He says, "You're the size of my hand."
But I
Yeah.
sting like a bee. And then I shoot him.
Alright, pulling out your gun. He seems confused by your contraption. 26 will strike him.
What size are giants? Are they huge?
They're huge.
Huge, okay. 15 piercing.
Alright, so he staggers back, taking the 13.
Attack number 2.
Yep, goes through his armor. Taking another 11 from that shot.
And attack number 3.
Yeah, 26 will strike again.
And on this last attack, I'll use a menacing attack. So I get to roll. And instead of rolling a d10, I'll use Relentless to roll a d8 instead.
Okay.
And he must make a Wisdom saving throw. DC, I think it's 18 at this point,
I believe it is. Yes.
or be frightened.
Okay. Alright, so he kind of backs off a little. Says, "Oh, stay away." Becoming frightened of you.
Like, so do you still wish to come to blows? No. I'll end my turn.
Alright, Nasira.
I guess. I guess I'll step forward, make myself known, and just say, "Oh, and he's not alone." And I'm going to hold a storm boomerang attack if he continues to show hostility.
Alright, so you rush up, readying the storm boomerang. Aurora.
I do not move where I am. I do not make myself known. But I get ready to throw a dagger, hold my action if he, well, same thing as Nasira.
Okay, so you're readying a shot against an enemy who is hostile, basically.
Yeah, if he continues being hostile, I believe what Nasira said.
Alright, so there is a bunch of noise from the West Hall as the door suddenly comes crashing open.
I think they heard your gun.
And a huge fire giant with 2 burning shields roars angrily. He's gonna
Oh, no.
point over at. I guess he'd see a bunch of you. They're all nice and clumped. Alright, so yeah, he's going to put his shield forward and come rushing right into the group. Doing a flaming shield charge. I need dex saves from the 4 of you.
Fuck you. I don't want to. How dare I?
DC is 21.
How the fuck?
That was a strength save, not a dex save.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Dex.
But I'll take the. Oh, did I? Well, it was a strength save. I will take the 20 though. I'll let you.
Fuck.
Well, here's the funny thing though. Even with that nat 20, that means I fail because I have a flat mod to my strength save.
Oh, you're +0. Oh, okay. So did everyone fail? Oh, I gotta roll for the for Dosha.
I think. Alright, well, Molly's I don't know.
Want me to just redo volleys or use the same roll?
You can use whatever roll you roll. It's fine.
I don't know if it's actually better. Yeah, he killed that.
Alright, so I think you all failed. I don't think anyone beat a 21. So he comes slamming into you, hitting you for 37 bludgeoning and 9 fire each. And you would be knocked prone. So that would be 46 to Dosha. And that's it for him. Alright, so the fire giant is gonna go. He is gonna swing down at Robert with disadvantage because of the fear. A great flaming sword. Which I guess would provoke your Api Nasira if you want to take it.
Api?
And
Yeah,
also
yeah,
my-
just, yeah, gotcha.
No, or not Api, but your ready,
My ready
action.
action, yeah.
Would also consider mine as well.
It would, though you are prone now, so that would be a disadvantage. But yes,
Cool,
you could
whatever.
you could take it at disadvantage. So 27 is
Yeah.
going to strike him. As he's swinging, the boomerang smacks him in the face, doing 10 points of damage.
17.
17 is actually going to miss. AC is 18.
Oh,
And I'll
Fine.
shove him back 5 feet. Can I do that with his size?
I was about to ask, can you do that
Yes, I
too?
can.
More than one size larger than you.
Yeah, so he's 2 sizes larger, so
yeah.
you can.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's all.
Yeah, the boomerang hits him, but it's not enough force to shove. All right, so he is swinging down with his multi-attack at Robert. First flame sword, 30, I believe, is going to hit you.
That's with disadvantage?
That is, he rolled a crit and a 30.
Oh, I'd better take the 30 over the crit. So.
Yeah, I assumed you would. So 24 slashing and 6 fire with his first swing.
30?
Yes, if you have any reductions. Second swing is going to be reduced to an 18, which I think does hit you.
Oh, is
still.
that barely hits? Yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage, and that's going to hit you for 20 slashing and 13 fire. This guy hits hard.
Ouch.
Even though he's very scared. Alright, Dosha is going to say, oh gods, why? He's going to stand up. 5. Oh, actually, as a reaction, well, no, he's going to. So I'm going to say he moves here. He's going to spin around and do a stab at the big guy using his spear plus 2.
2 levels of one? I don't know.
He is at 1 level so far. So 28 is going to strike, stabbing him for 8 points. Then Dosha will do a second spear attack. 23 will strike again, doing another 10. He says, dog, I'll crush you. And then Dosha's going to do a quick bite as a bonus action. He's going to miss. And he's going to move back 1, because technically he is still in threatened area, and he's going to end his turn. Anvir.
I dislike my position.
Just like your position.
Yes. Well, I suppose I'll spend half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
And then I don't particularly feel like getting whacked as I walk away. So I will.
Alright, so you poof out from under his feet.
Don't put your back to any of the closed doors, Anvir. We don't know if there's more.
That's a valid point. I think I'm still better off here than I was there. I will. Yeah, I'll just toll the dead on the one that is fighting with Robert.
Dong. Alright, so as he's getting ready to attack Robert again, you curse him with necrotic energy. I assume the DC isn't actually 12.
No, that should be like 19.
Okay. So he will fail with a +2.
39. I rolled really well on that.
Cute. Very
Will
nice.
wither him quite a bit. Still looking hardy though. I mean, he is a giant. Anything else?
I think I actually end up wanting to stay here, even at the risk of something being behind me, because I'm just in range of people for like reactions. Yep, that'll be me.
Voley will say, I'll try to keep him occupied. Get away, Aurora. And then Voley's turn.
Yes, which is also me. So Volley will stand up. And... would you say Volley always enters weapon with his weapon poisoned, or on the first round do I still need to apply the poison?
You can say his weapon was poisoned.
Cool. I just figured I'd ask. In that case, I will try and attack with his scimitar.
Alright, so you slash with Poison Blade. You have to get out from under him first.
Yeah, that's fair. So, that'd be it.
So you move up there. No, he is very armored. 21 AC, so 14 is going to miss on the first slash. 25 will strike with the second, though. Cutting
Both
him.
of those secondary ones, Jesus.
Yeah, there's some crit. Oh. So you do 6 slashing, and he takes 19 poison, so 25. Oh.
And he has a third attack, but before he does his third attack, he'll apply the poison again.
Alright.
Ooh!
Oh, no, that is going to miss on the third.
Well, it's up there for next time.
Alright, that's it for you.
Yeah.
Alright. So, new round, Robert. This guy is big and he hits like a truck.
I think it's fear is gone now.
Oh, it ends at the start of your turn? Alright.
Till the end of my next. Oh, the end of this turn.
Yeah, so he would still be not cowering, but at least like kind of hesitating. Seems like those guns put him on edge.
Okay, I'll do a tactical shift. I'll using my second wind. So for D10 plus 15.
Yeah.
I heal 23. Then I gotta move half my movement to without provoking offies.
Alright, so you back off.
And I'll just shoot him again.
Alright, so you aim, firing another shot. Crit.
I'll do another menacing attack on top of this.
Okay, I assume
So
using
this.
your free one.
No, I'm gonna use my.
Not gonna use
Actual.
your point, alright. So 32, as his hesitancy costs him, and you get a shot right in his midsection. Oh, He now has a second level of wounds as he's bleeding quite a bit more.
I claim for diplomacy, yet you chose war.
I'll crush you!
Just
Shooting for another 15.
take number 3. Strength 3 hit?
Yeah, 23 will strike again.
Alright, let it be known you're the reason your clan dies today. I'll have my trust. No, I'll use my.
Alright, he has 3 levels of wound. He is no longer. He is no longer frightened. This guy yells something in Giant, and your translator kind of buzzes when it'll say, "Fall back, get help."
Did he do his second wisdom save for a menacing attack?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's a DC 18 wisdom save, or be frightened.
Oh, he is gonna make it. With a +2
Okay.
resisting. Anything else?
Alright. Nope, that's it.
Alright, Nasira.
I was gonna go help against the Dreadnought, but having heard the instructions for this guy to go get help, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't do that.
Also, he's almost dead. It's probably got the
Exactly.
position.
10, 15. Yeah, I'm just gonna start punching and kicking.
Alright, you come at him with some punches. 30 will strike with the first hit. Doing 12. And then a crit on the second.
Huh, nice.
Now I have advantage. Everyone has advantage against him until.
He is down.
Oh, he's down. Okay. All right. So then I'm
Boys,
going.
wait.
Yeah.
This
All
guy's
right.
such
So.
pathetic.
And I still have 5 feet of movement.
This is why you're the
after-
cook.
All right. So I'll go here and flurry of blows.
Alright, so another 2 punches. Yeah, 24 will strike. Doing another 10 and 7. So 17.
Poisoned if he's not immune.
Withering him a bit.
And then last bonus action punch.
23, yeah, that is going to strike.
And then I will action surge.
Okay.
Do 2 more strikes.
Alright, no, that's going to
Ooh.
bang off his shield. Dink.
There.
Second one will strike, though. Doing 19 more damage.
That's my turn.
Alright, Aurora, underneath this guy.
Cool. I move. I think I would move off the map, but I move. I get flanked with volley.
No, that wouldn't be flank.
I think he said he wanted to move off the map.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna.
we move.
If you go down the stairs, you're not going to be able to hit him because the stairs are too low.
Okay. Never mind then. I'm right there.
Alright, so you stood up, you
Oh,
moved
my
there.
Action. I will stab.
Alright, you take a stab at him. Cha.
Oh, 20? There you go.
Ooh,
19?
no, 19 is not going to be enough, and he will block your first attack.
I am going to add a D10 to that for homing strike.
Okay, so you use one of your sonic dice.
Plus 5.
So that would be enough. Oh, hitting him for
28.
28. Okay.
Bonus
Alright,
action. Stab.
secondary bonus stab. Uh,
23.
Yeah, with advantage, that is going to strike.
Four.
So
8.
he takes another 8. Looking very angry at you. What else?
Hey, fuck you.
Alright, so he goes. Let's see. Oh, he does recharge it. Alright, so
Oh,
he
no.
is gonna put his shield forward and start charging through people. I don't think he can get to Anvir, luckily for Anvir. But the other 4 of you, I need strength saves, DC 21.
No.
Could anyone make that?
Wow.
Nasir would probably make it.
I cannot.
Oh, it could if he actually rolled half decently.
Inspiration
The
point.
only way I can do it is if I hit nat 20. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
So
gonna
you
use-
can't.
I'm gonna use the
no.
inspiration
Now it's
point.
from past life.
Alright, so
I'm gonna use the inspiration point you guys just gave me. Strength. Oh, nice.
Alright, so let's see. So you would make it. So everyone besides Nasira is gonna take 52 damage.
Oh, that's exactly what he had left. God damn it.
Yeah, actually that would take out Dosha and Voli.
That was exactly what Bowley had left, was 52.
Luckily Nasira just does like a dive, like rolling out of the way as he runs through
I
the
take
rest
half?
of you. No, you don't take anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just basically missed you as he came steam training through the party. 35 bludgeoning and 17 fire, by the way, if that makes a difference. The damage types.
But 52 in total.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so that is it for him. The fire giant is down and dying. Dosha is down and dying. And next up is going to be Anvir. He's too strong, Dosha says.
This is unconscious.
Well,
he's
no,
dying.
Dosha is dying. He's not unconscious. Alright, what's Anvir doing?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's probably mass healing word. Yeah, do mass healing word. I'll do it at 4th level. So that would hit everybody.
Alright, so you two would gain
I think this hero
12.
doesn't need it, but everybody else. Well, everybody. That'd be Dosha, Voli, Robert, me, and
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, everyone would gain 12.
Oh, wow.
Anything else, Anvir? How's your bonus action?
I always forget mass healing word is actually a bonus action because it hits everybody. As an action, I think I'll just stay in the same location and just toll the dead.
Like hit him with your quarterstaff.
Hell no, I'm toll the deading him.
Alright, so wisdom.
I rolled low.
Oh, nope,
Yeah.
he is going to fail, taking 19.
I rolled 2 1s and a 12.
Alright, is that it? Anything else, Anvir?
Sorry, my keyboard disconnected, so I wasn't talking. No, I'm good.
Alright, so Voli is brought back from the brink, though not feeling great. 1 level of exhaustion.
Spread out. Get further away. So he can't get multiples of us with that shield again.
Wally says, I think I should fall back down the stairs.
I think technically he would have been prone, so he has like 15 feet.
Well, you can dash.
Yeah.
Well,
But then he'll get whacked on the way
yeah,
out.
he probably wants to disengage.
It's true.
That's what I'm trying to figure out if he has anything. Help him out. Oh, he has a second window. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, he might just disengage and move the 15 feet he can.
Alright, so he backs off. New round, Robert.
Get him.
I shoot the dude.
As his bonus action, he'll offer Dosha the ability to dodge with his battle command thing.
I was like, Dosha, dodge. Dosha nods and takes the dodge
Does 17
action.
hit?
No, that's gonna bounce off his shield.
Okay, can I use my free D8 to try and precision that?
Yeah, you can.
Alright.
I think it's a 50-50 based on what we've been told.
I'll put a precision in there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3,
So
4,
22 is his AC, so yes, that would hit.
Nice.
2. Oh, I thought it was 21.
Yeah, I thought you said 21 as well.
Oh, piercing.
Oh, 12 piercing, and that would put him to a 3rd level of wounds. Oh, damn it.
23. On top of this 23, I'll put up a menacing attack. So,
Okay.
D10 plus 18.
Alright, so 24, and he has to make a wisdom save.
DC 18.
Oh, he's gonna make it with a +0. It's a good roll.
Dang. Alright, attack number 3. 26. I'll do another menacing attack.
Alright. Spend yet another dice. For 4 points plus 8 is 12. He's looking very beat up, but he's still up. Wisdom
I'll
save.
action surge.
Nice.
Oh, he is feared by that one.
Nice. Where is it? Action surge. And hit him again. Oh!
Dink. Dinks off his shield. One more attack.
Oh my gosh.
Good. Yeah. That's a little miss unless you're gonna precision it.
Nah, that's on. And I'll do a distracting strike.
Okay.
This puts me at 1 superiority die.
And that would put him down. Oh.
Alright.
Alright. What does the group want to do?
I'll move you.
I will heal Voli and Dosha.
I knew I should have stayed at the ship, Voli says.
Are you still in combat?
No.
Alright.
You don't hear any sounds of reinforcements.
I double
Which is
tap.
surprising because of all
giants.
the noise you've been making with your guns. They definitely know you're here if there's anyone else in this building.
Alright, guys.
You mind if I have some healing, please?
Curiosity satisfied? Can we head to the city now?
No!
We're just gonna leave without we come up here and then we just leave.
Shoot
I almost died for this. I almost died for this. I'm saying.
Okay, Voli's 13 hit die. Okay, cool. Alright. Healing, 13.
Dosha kind of clutches his side and says, well, they know we're here, I would assume.
Anyone else on Veer? How you feeling?
I can hold off on a heal for now.
All
Like,
right.
I'm alright.
We want to let's loot this. Let's loot these guys, and then do we want to hang around here and explore, or are we getting out of here?
We might as well stay. We almost died for this.
I will say this leads to a hallway here.
I would pick up my boomerang.
Alright, so they have massive armor and weaponry on them. You would also find the cook has a whole bunch of spices in a spice pouch, and a really big cleaver, which is like basically a great axe.
On God, I take those spices.
Maybe we should take that cleaver and that and maybe one of these guys' shields, and we could give him to that cloud giant guy we have.
That's the cook guy.
I mean,
Other
maybe when we
guy.
leave this place, we could grab the shields, but I'm not going to carry them around for now.
How much does the spice
I'd
bag
say
weigh?
maybe go on the way out.
The other
It's like a-
guy has some gold on a pouch and a really nice looking ruby in his pocket.
Nice.
The huge spice pouch is probably about 20 pounds.
Jesus.
I was about to say 20 pounds as a joke. Jesus.
Like
Look, I didn't
it's
carry
like a
15
sack
pounds.
just filled with salt and,
Just like a
sugar
burlap
and
sack.
other things.
You know what? I'll leave it near the stairs.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Well, we interrupted their dinner, or breakfast is pretty early. Maybe lunch. I don't know. Kind of woozy. Head wounds will do that.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be the bag of spices.
These hallways are massive.
Did everybody take that stuff, or do you want me to record any of it in the ledger?
I'm gonna take the spices later.
Or we're
Yeah.
leaving the plate. We're leaving the armor and cleaver behind, right?
For now, probably. I reckon we maybe try and take it on the way out, just so we can maybe gear up that giant that we've been thinking about
Yeah, maybe on
gearing
our
up.
way
That I
out.
can't wait.
Maybe on our way out. Oh, we might find even better stuff here.
Yeah, can I loot the cafeteria?
The kitchen?
Yeah. What's giant breakfast consist of?
So
like
there's
fresh
something on the
bread.
stove burning right now. You can smell it. The stove is like 10 feet up though, so you can't really see up there. You have to climb up. There's a big fire just blazing in the belly of it, and yeah, you would hear, or you'd smell like something is either burning or like right at the edge of burning. It also smells like there is bread cooking in this device over here.
Mister, can you salvage the breakfast?
I'll run up the side of the stove and see if I can figure it out.
Well, the stovetop is hot, but you would see some large eggs in a pan that are kind of burning.
Can I figure out how to turn the stove off?
I mean, usually you would just move the pan over to the non-hot side, but that is a pretty massive pan. And the stovetop that the pan is on is very heated.
Okay.
I guess you could do like
let me-
a strength check maybe and try to...
Yeah, let me try. I'll try to shove it over to the other burner.
Here!
And I have resistance to fire. Because I never changed my element, so. Plus, we knew we were coming to a fire. We knew that we had identified the architecture as fire giant yesterday before we rested, didn't we? So she would have turned on her fire resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, so then strength
Yeah,
or,
strength check.
or athletics. Okay, strength.
It would just be strength.
Do.
Just raw strength. Alright, so yes, you do manage to pull the pan over off of the hot stove top, and the eggs are a little burnt, but still edible.
Robert, find a platter or
They're
something.
pretty
and
big eggs, so you're maybe a little afraid what bird made this egg.
Just have
That's-
a pet rock here somewhere.
Find a platter or something and set it down here, and then I'll just like kind of push some of the food out of the pan onto the platter.
You would also notice
Yeah.
some large barrels with more like raw food in them. Which makes you wonder, like, who these giants are trading with to get food supplies.
Interesting.
Because, yeah,
Right.
you don't think they would
We-
just have them here.
I find a plate and have breakfast.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pilfer one of these rolls. One
Hot
of the
bread.
crusty bread.
So the bread
Yeah.
looks like it's kind of cooling down. The bread basically oven is turned off, so he probably was in the middle of doing that when he heard the noise.
Yeah, let's get some fresh crusty bread. That sounds delish.
True. Hey, can I get the
It's like
light
the
forecast
size
on
of
me?
us.
So
Yes, sure.
Aurora and Anvir, you would hear the sound of large clanking plate armor coming
Ooh.
from the north. Sounds like something big is moving around in there.
Northwood inbound.
But only one. One, not like a lot of footfalls,
Oh no,
but
it's
like
a bunch.
oh, it's a bunch. Oh shit, guys, what do we want to do?
You don't
I
think
hide
it's
underneath the
necessarily
dead dude.
coming closer though. You just hear like sounds like giants moving around in there.
Let them come. I've been wanting to use this 8th level spell. No, I'm kidding.
All right, you heard it, guys. You heard
Yeah,
it here
do we
first.
wanna-
No,
do we wanna
nope, too
position
late.
Do we want to position ourselves like in a way where, like, we have like a bit of a bottleneck or choke point for them to come at us? More single file, or I don't know.
Yeah, I can taunt them for you,
It's
Sure.
just
Andre.
says, this is a
There's
big
me,
hall
yeah,
and I am
very
very wounded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dosha. I don't think Dosha took his healing. Can you
Oh, what
add
did you heal him for?
21?
Yeah, he's still pretty hurt. He says.
Yeah, I think Dosha and Voli should fall back down the steps a bit. What do you guys think?
They
Yeah,
nod.
that makes sense.
They're like, this seems beyond us. We need to train more. Alright,
Ah,
so
Volley can handle it, can't you, Volley?
it's like, speak for yourself, dude. That hurt. He goes back down the
Dosha
stairs.
is meant to be like level 50, like 14 or something. It's just
Yeah,
like,
Dosha-
not
Dosha-
keep up.
No, he's only 11.
Dosha's only 11.
What's-
Voli is 13 or 14.
We
Yeah.
haven't trained them up yet.
Yeah.
I think Voli is
don't
higher level though.
I don't think that's right because Dosha was the one we were focusing on.
That's what was on the sheets when I created the new sheets for Lou. So that's what I put on there was 11 and 14. So, but I don't know. Next time we camp, we'll spar with Dosha a bit.
Yeah, but in any case, so they are falling back for now, right?
Yeah.
Those are yes.
Alright. So yeah, what about the rest of you? Not as
Well,
wounded, but Aurora does look like she's seen better days.
Yeah, but I'm standing next to that door.
Should we
Andre, if you'd
try
like,
to
I
go
could,
around them?
I could lure them out if you'd like, Andre.
Oh fuck no! Don't you fucking dare!
I'm sorry, are you Anvir? Last time I checked, you were Aurora.
Yes. But I'm injecting. You almost got us killed.
Okay, but we didn't die, so.
All I'm saying, if that door opens, I could, and there is a bunch of them in there, I could hurt a lot.
I mean, yeah, you can.
I haven't used my new 8th level spell yet.
Oh.
Should we make my threat true to destroy their clan?
Honestly, these things, from what Elduin was telling us, are very evil, so maybe it's not best to keep them here.
Alright, get into position and I'll lure them when you're ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide behind you.
Oh yes, because I'm such the tank.
Yes! You very much are compared to me right now.
You could literally probably hide behind this dead giant, you know?
Yeah, can I hide behind the dead giant?
I mean, he would be cover for you.
Prop his shield up like against a wall and like use it for cover.
Stealth check. 25 to hide behind the giant dead body.
Alright, so you're, ducked down behind the body.
Yeah, they don't know I'm here.
Alright, well, What else?
So I think I will. Where did everyone go? Where are the footsteps coming from?
From the
The
north.
northern door.
North. Okay, then I actually think I'll stay kind of just around the corner in this room, and then try to jump out at them when if they come in.
All right. So you're.
Just to clarify, Robert is standing directly at the north door.
Looks
Oh,
like
he is?
Yes, well, yeah. We need to lure them. Yeah, I said I'd lure them out.
You're brave.
You're brave,
The
man.
problem is this door is very large. You're not sure how you get it open.
Is the door? Does it look like it's going to open towards us or away from us?
Should
Looks like it
open
opens
in, right?
inward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards us.
No,
But
inwards. Into
So
the
far,
room.
you
Into-
hear movement, but you don't hear anything coming near the door.
Alright, I
It might be a
get low on the
standoff.
ground. I get low on the ground,
Yeah.
and through the crack in the door, I yell at them, "Come out here and fight me, you coward!"
Are you saying that in common?
Yes. Well, I don't
Okay.
speak giant, so.
Nasira will tell you, she'll tell you the words in giant if you want to try to repeat them.
I'd be okay with that. I don't know how loud this little translator is.
Well, that's true, yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, Nasira actually does speak giant, but
So you're saying in giant, come out here and face us? Is that what you said?
The fight is to
Nasira's
face me.
telling him
yeah.
the words, and he's going to attempt to regurgitate them.
All right. Give me an intelligence check.
I'm not very good at those.
Wait, he's making
That
noise.
performance.
So you would hear.
Can I fake it?
You would hear something back in giant, and the translator would kind of buzz a bit, and then it would say, "Your giant is terrible. I have no idea what you're saying." He says, "You seem to be powerful warriors. You have bested several of my fighters. Perhaps we can talk." He says, "I, if nothing else, respect power and the ability to conquer." He says, "You may enter my chambers, but if you take hostile action, we will kill all of you."
I look over to Nasira.
Shrug, I'm gonna be like, well, you wanted to make friends with the last one, and he wasn't receptive.
I guess. Like, I'll yell back. I'll ask Nasira to help me. Yell back. I'm too small to open the door.
You hear like a groan. Weaklings. Big footsteps now approaching. The voice would say, "My name is Lord Gavishan."
Lord Gavshin.
The door opens. You would see 4 fire giants with throwing hammers ready, and a guy sitting on a big iron throne behind them.
Yeah, I would kind of whisper to Robert, like, yeah, let's try diplomacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good lord.
I'll walk in confidently.
This guy
Actually,
just
think we have
kind
a
of
chance here,
walks
but
back
this would not
this
be
way.
an easy fight.
Yeah, I'm just walking confidently to the point where they tell me to stop.
I actually don't want him to get too far ahead, so I will go ahead and show myself, even though I assume the others are probably going to stay hidden.
Alright, so the giant lord kind of like waves his hand nonchalantly at you as you start getting a little close. He says, "Speak your peace, mortal." Small. He says, "Speak your peace, small one. What are you doing here?" He says, "Obviously
immortal?
you." Oh, giants are mortal. That's why he wouldn't say mortal.
Gotcha.
He would just say small one. He says, "You've killed several of my soldiers. I respect the hustle. So tell me, what do you want?"
Well, we actually were interested in chatting, but they were hostile.
He says, "Yes, and obviously weak, although one of them was actually a fairly strong warrior. So you have my
Nah,
respect for
not
taking
really.
him down." "Do not interrupt me, small one." He gets up, like, kind of annoyed. He says, "I know how powerful my men are. It just means that you are obviously more powerful." He says, "So, what do you want?"
Well, we were intrigued by your stairs, and I'm not from around here, so I assumed these led to the surface.
He says, no. Sadly, the surface is still being destroyed by the lovely cataclysms.
Don't you
Or
guys
so
like
they
fire?
say.
Don't you
great.
guys like fire though?
He says, we like fire, but there's more than fire on the surface. Lord Surtur's works are majestic to watch, but deadly to be too close to. The flames and the arcane devastation wreathe everything in sight. To go to the surface is suicide, even for our kind.
Well,
Ow.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you first. You spoke up first.
I actually I keep forgetting to do her voice, so let me try to get back in that. This one, and she gestures at Robert, has spent his life on a different plane and come here only recently.
Says, I don't know what that
He's
means.
not familiar with the
What is a
cataclysm.
what is a plane? Do you speak of perhaps Valhalla, the world, or the land of the giants, the afterlife?
Something like that. Another world.
He says, so is that why you're here? To see the majesty of the fire giants? Some
Among other
stories to bring back to your pathetic people?
Well, you see, I don't actually believe these fires exist. So I want to get to the
jeez.
surface and confirm these rumors.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. He says, you don't believe in the fires of the great Lord Surtur, the destruction of the surface?
I do not.
Why
I
do you
believe
think
it's just
we're
a
all
ruse by the
underground?
government.
He says, what government?
I believe the leaders of old are just manipulating their people to try and control them.
You hear
Sarah just
Dosha
kinda
from
rolls her
far
eyes and
away
tap-
say, there's some good arguments, you should listen.
Wait, who said that?
Dosha. He makes some good points. Alright, give me a persuasion check.
My assistants have been typing in.
Instead of like furthering his religion, he's starting like his cult.
And
The fire giant scratches his beard. He says,
I'll use my last prayer die to add commanding presence.
Using the game of telephone, could I get Aurora to tell Robert to take
Oops.
like 5-10 steps backwards just in case?
For 26.
He says, well, you make some good points, but the fire giant Lord Surtur has told us that the surface is inflamed by his powers, and he would not lie to his people. To say otherwise is blasphemy, and you wouldn't blaspheme against Lord Surtur, would you?
I would not, but perhaps he is testing you.
Give me a persuasion at disadvantage.
23.
He says, Surtur tests our physical might. He does not test the mind. Such games are played by weaker races. We follow what we are told as the servants of our god of destruction.
You know, have you ever thought about perhaps he wants you to seek the surface to see if you are strong enough to withstand his fires?
He says the way to the surface is open. We could go up there, but we know we would be destroyed by the fires and arcane energies that burn and devastate. The doors are sealed until the cataclysm ends.
Who
Our
unseals them?
city.
Who decides when? Sorry.
At least we would say our city far above. Which I forgot the name of. Hang on a sec. But our city far above is close to the surface, and until the flames are proven to be out, all the gates are sealed, as opening them would be death. What's the city's name?
Are these paintings?
Give me one moment, I need to figure out. Yes, there are large paintings and tapestries on the wall. He says, the Roa calls.
I was about to say that, but then I was like, no, it can't be the same one.
He says, so if what you seek is to see the fires, well, I suppose we could give you passage. I mean, you've proven to be a powerful fighter. You and your group. Not anyone could take down 2 fire giants, let alone a fire giant and a commander, a shield master.
Tell me, what is your thoughts on how do you people regard the cataclysms? Do you look forward eagerly to when the fires recede, or do you revel in the fact that they rage on at this time?
He says it is a celebration of destruction, a gift given down by Surtur. He destroys our enemies who are proud and confident in their magics and technology, wiping the surface clean. And then once the fires die down by his will, we shall reclaim our mountainous lands.
See.
You do not do you believe it is possible for a Surtur to have left the place untouched for you guys?
He says, well, nothing is beyond Lord Surtur, but we have not been told any such thing by any of the priests. He says, my job is to watch the crossroads here and beckon those far below once the surface no longer is inflamed. He says, I've not had a visitor that wasn't a giant here, well, ever. Your kind don't usually tread in these halls. The fires will kill anyone that gets too close.
How much longer do you suspect, or do your people anticipate the current cataclysm to continue?
Give me a persuasion.
Can I help out since I've been chatting?
Sure, I'll take rolls from both of you.
DM, third question. Does he know that me and Andre are back here? Way back
Well,
here?
you're hidden, so you doubt he knows you're here. He probably knows Anvir's back there, because Anvir isn't hiding. He's probably peeking around the corner.
I'm just looking pathetic.
Yeah, it's just like...
From the sounds of battle, he probably knows there's more than 2 of us, but he may not know exactly how many we are.
Oh.
So, he'll say, is your purpose here just to speak to us of the cataclysm, or is there another reason that you have entered our halls? What are you seeking exactly?
Well, I was seeking the surface, so yes, I suppose.
It's mainly just idle curiosity, really.
What he said.
We did not come to your doorstep intentionally. Instead, we were traveling with other directives or other objectives, and we saw the interesting architecture and the stairwell, and were drawn.
I see. So you discovered this place and thought you'd explore. How is it that you weren't burned by the lava and the fires down below?
Are there any fires in this room?
We're friends with salamanders.
Yeah.
This is the elementals. Oh, what does that do? He says, do you possess the ability of the elementals to withstand flame? There's no fires in this room as far as you can tell.
Oh, okay.
I mean, his sword is burning, but that's about it.
May I approach your throne? I wish to examine your sword more closely. It is quite magnificent.
He says, carefully, do not try anything, or else I will give you a very close examination of my sword.
She would walk up and she would just lay her hand on the sword and just look him straight in the eye. I know it's probably going to do some damage to her, but she's going to act like it's nothing.
Alright.
Deception.
So I guess give me a con save to not wince. Oh yeah, it definitely burns you. It's hot. So, oh, didn't roll that high, luckily. So yeah, you take 6 damage. Your skin sizzles.
Is that
a
already?
bit.
Is that already halved?
No, it would be 12. So
Okay,
you take
good.
6.
Okay.
And he kind of nods and says, "Impressive." All right. Well, it makes sense how you got in here. So you're explorers then, some sort of tiny warrior explorers who don't believe in the cataclysm.
No, I don't believe in the cataclysm.
Let me clarify. I am very aware that the cataclysms are real. This one is a bit
Foreigner.
of a bit of a child and a foreigner in terms of knowledge of our world.
He says, well, if you wish to see the fires firsthand, you would have to travel up to the city above. But you would have to go ahead.
Sorry. Are there many paths to the surface and you guard just one, or are there few paths?
He says there's a gateway created by a powerful giant arcanist. Stepping through the gate will get us to the city, or will get you to the city. The tunnels, we don't know of an actual path through them to get up there. I'm sure one exists, but those tunnels are long and winding, and it's been a long time since we had any actual maps through them. So only by teleportation can one get to the fire giant city above.
That is most convenient to not have to traverse the cavernous passages.
Says,
Very
yes.
ingenious of your arcanist.
We've used this path many times, so it's
Well then, do you object to our tarrying here a time, or would you prefer we be gone?
He says, well, you have amused me with your abilities and the fact that you were able to kill some of the fire giants. He says,
We did
though
not wish to. They rather pushed us into it.
He says, they were weak. He says, the sword must be purified in fire and the impurities removed. You have removed impurities from my army.
You're welcome.
For this I am grateful. The fallen should be disgraced that some tiny creatures were able to best them. He says, but I have no reason for you to stay here. My curiosity only goes so far, and you have nothing of value to me, as far as I know.
We did decide that we wish to use your portal, and we returned, perhaps with a gift to thank you for your assistance. Would you be amenable to us returning?
You mean tribute, as your people
Of
sometimes
course.
give us?
Yes.
He says, and what,
Just a token of friendship.
and what would you have to offer, Duke Gavison?
I know not. What do you like? Do you like precious materials, precious metals and jewels, or what is it that we should perhaps consider looking for in our travels, so that we might have it on hand should we visit you again?
He says, well, if you wish to use the portal, I will expect a tribute on your way through.
Understood.
Gold, gems, and of course, magical objects are all things of value to me. But if you insult me with a poor tribute, you will feel my fury.
Understood. I just kind of look to Robert because I don't know what all he wants to get out of this conversation.
Well, I'm curious to see the surface, Nasira.
So Voli, I'll say back near Anvir, is kind of listening, and he says, Fire Giant City? Is this the way we want to go? That sounds uncomfortable.
I think we have, well, obviously I don't hear the telepathic stuff, but I would say, I think that we have other objectives to fulfill prior to us deciding to pay your tribute and use your portal. But it is a most interesting revelation for us to know now of this option.
He says, perhaps you should tempt me with a decent tribute. Perhaps I will think of you as friends if you were to offer me something of use. He kind of arches an eyebrow at the two of you. Then maybe you could return here later with even more tribute to use my portal.
Well, we are traveling light at the moment. We actually have the capacity to give a significant tribute, but we do not carry it with us at all times. As I said, we are not, I think, ready to use the portal at this time, but we respect your guardianship of this path, and we would definitely strive to bring you items of value and tribute that is worthy, should we decide to return.
Give me a persuasion.
So I think we dumped the bags, because remember we were like at our limit after picking up all the stuff from the fire temple. So I think we dumped them all at the ship.
Damn,
You said persuasion, right?
Yeah.
I'm also gonna say that I'm in the room too, but I'm leaning against the back wall.
Oh, are you not hiding anymore?
Not anymore.
Jump in here, Robert, with your silver tongue.
He would say, to fight and slay a fire giant is a valuable experience, even a weak one. Surely you have something you can offer me for my loss.
I pull out the ruby we just looted off his guy.
We offer you their belongings.
This is paltry, of course, but I will return it since it was on the person that was your subject.
Hold on. So you believe in strength, right? So obviously, since we bested them, their things are now ours, correct? Our tribute would be leaving them with your stuff. Leaving their stuff with you, I'm sorry.
You wish to give me back the ruby you took off my dead captain.
We won.
Yeah, we won, so it's rightfully ours.
He says it is yours, but do you think this is a decent tribute to give?
No, I do not.
I
do not intend to pay tribute for the use of your portal at this time, since we are not seeking to use your portal at this time. But I do intend to give you a worthy tribute should we return to you.
As well, the tribute to use my portal would be separate. This would just be a tribute to my hall for being a guest here and coming back later. He says, surely warriors of your caliber have something valuable they could offer.
A wall speeds up in the bank says, what about a gun?
You know, no, I'm not going to offer you tribute.
Did he take the ruby?
Well, the ruby's kind of on the floor. He hasn't picked it up yet. It's just kind of laying there.
I wasn't sure if I should remove
So
it.
Robert says I'm not offering you tribute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but before that, I said...
Sorry, go ahead.
But before he says that, I get out. What about a gun?
Are you talking to him or Robert?
To the big guy.
What is this gun you speak of?
Okay.
I'm not familiar
You see
with this.
You see the armaments around, dear friend. Imagine that.
So you point to Robert, like his weaponry?
Yeah, more specifically, his revolver.
Says, I'll admit, I'm not familiar with this type of weaponry, though it is much too small to be of use to me or my people. He says, what does it do exactly? Looks like one of those bows that your kind employ, but made of iron. So a much better
weapon. It punches holes through armor.
He says, does it? Interesting. perhaps a demonstration. He points at one of the down giants in the hall back there.
Take the revolver and shoot backwards.
Alright, so Aurora draws her revolver. Wait, do you have the revolver?
I have
We
a
got two of
revolver.
them.
You have one? Alright. So she takes one out, and the giants are kind of surprised by the loud bang. Duke kind of scratches his chin. He says, "Ah, that must have been the sound I heard. That was your thunder weapon." He says, "That is powerful indeed, especially if it can pierce plate armor." He says, so wait, Robert, you said you're not paying tribute, right?
Yeah. I came here for diplomacy and we were met with war.
He says, "Of course, that is the way of diplomacy. Diplomacy is earned through strength and respect." He says, "One does not just get those things if they are not strong. The strong take from the weak. That is how it works."
I see that your hall is adorned with art. Is this an interest of yours? Would some valuable artwork as part of any tribute we might bring you in the future be welcomed?
He says, "The great looms of the Fire Mountain brought forth such artistry." He says, "And yes, works of art are generally of interest to me, though your artwork is small and hard to see a lot of times."
Okay. Touche.
Still, it could be of value for a trade, so I would not necessarily scoff at such things.
Okay.
If you are not going to leave a tribute for me this time, it is disappointing to me. And I would ask that you leave immediately, before I feel
As I
the
said-
insult.
As I said, we are traveling quite lightly.
I say, may I approach?
He says, "Why do you need to approach?"
Because I wish to give you my gun. Oh, revolver.
He says, "Your weapon is small. What am I going to do with such a thing?"
Yes, but it does pierce plate armor.
If you wish to leave it on the floor with the ruby, I shall consider it as part of the tribute.
I
Very
believe
great.
I believe that the weapons carried by my two companions, I would gesture to Aurora and Robert, are the only weapons of their kind on Gaian, as they did come from Robert's home on another world.
Exotic weaponry. Says that would make sense why it is so strange the way it functions. Give me a persuasion.
I will gracefully bow and set both the 149 ammo and gun at the floor.
140, goddamn. Okay.
Robert
Don't you have
cries
like,
a little.
like
Yeah,
7
he does.
times that at your house?
So he looks at the gun and the bullets. He says, "This is intriguing, even if I can't use it. Perhaps
Do you have any
I can use it as
smaller-
tribute."
Do you have any smaller creatures that serve you or that are in your employ? Perhaps they could
He says,
practice
"Yes,
with it and examine it more closely. And
we are
help you there.
allies with the deep dwarves. Perhaps one of them could make use of it." He says, "All right, this weapon being exotic and possibly of great value, I shall smile upon this tribute. You may stay in the halls as long as you don't break any of our rules, and you may come back to
Yes.
visit, at least until I grow
Yes.
tired of your actions."
Do any of us know how absolutely horrible the deep dwarves are?
wait, what did you say?
Well, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're friends with the deep dwarves," and I'm like, "Do any of us know how?"
Oh, yeah, I
absolutely
mean,
horrible that is?"
Yeah, they're like
guys-
slavers and stuff. Yeah.
The deep
Yeah.
dwarves are pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah, I just
you would
wanted to
all
make sure
know
that-
about the Deep Dwarf Society, and it would make sense why these guys would, be allies with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine if we know about deep dwarves, then we probably know that they often work closely with fire giants, right?
What about me and Robert, seeing they were from different planes?
Oh, what about it?
Oh, that you might not
Well,
know about the Dwagar.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys? Probably not, unless you have history.
Like,
Anvir would definitely know about them, and he'd know about Surtur. A lot of the deep dwarves and fire giants worship a lawful evil god of warfare and destruction known as Surtur.
Nasira
Basically, a
doesn't
deity
have-
about like strength and destruction of the weak.
Yeah, Nasira doesn't have history trained, but she was raised by kind of a polymath scholar kind of person. So I imagine she like some of these things like kind of ring familiar in her head, even if she doesn't like remember the details, you know.
He says, "Well, whatever the case, if you wish to stay a bit before your trek back down the stairs, you may stay within the halls." He says, "Just don't take anything."
can I sleight of hand the ammo?
Just start.
And you what? Sleight of hand ammo? Oh my word!
You could try. It could be risky.
That's gonna be like right out in plain sight. There's no cover.
Yeah, it'd be pretty difficult for them to not notice
It's
that.
gotta be a really high DC.
Especially
with
taking
how-
all the ammo.
Especially with how I said it. I said it on top of the ruby, the ammo.
I could just be like, oh, I'm sorry, this is actually mine, and just take it.
Are you gonna
All
do
right.
that?
Well, at least we can. Are you?
I assume
Oh,
you
no.
were joking.
If you start to, I guess I would have to roll a perception to see if you're trying to do it stealthily. But if I catch you, I'm gonna smack you.
I don't know. There's a
And
50-50 chance he would.
Hiss at you.
Yeah,
Alright.
especially with me and Anvir in the background. with
But I
Rob.
think you spot Robert eyeing the ammo, and then you hiss at him, and then you just backs off.
He's like, oh,
All right.
never mind.
So I would give a very polished, very graceful. Clearly, I've been trained by like people that are used to like mingling with aristocracy, like a little like curtsy and like
He
you know.
just does that little like noble hand wave where he's like,
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
whatever, get out of here.
Okay, very good. All right. So
You
then
are dismissed,
will-
peasants.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then I
that's
would
the one.
I would walk backwards, still facing him for a certain distance, because I think that's like a sign of respect. And then when I get closer to the door, I would turn around and go back and join my party, because I don't know if the rest of the party actually wants to stay or not.
Can we close the door?
Come on,
I
Aurora.
don't think you guys are all weaklings.
Yeah, we can't close the door.
So it'll
we
just.
can fall back.
I'll say the big giant walks over and closes it as you guys are walking out.
Right, guys. I think.
Honestly, we just let him walk all over us. What the hell?
No, we didn't.
We did not need to offer him anything.
It is an interesting bit of knowledge that we did not previously have, that there is a portal to the surface that would save us a great deal of travel time should we decide to go there. And I think that some valuables that are of little use to us, you know, that
Foley
this,
says, "Well, it sounds
this
like
one's ego.
it sounds like that way the surface is on fire, so it's probably not the place we're looking for." According
At this
to the
time, yes.
the young girls, there's an area not on fire, but it sounds like their
True,
area
true.
is.
I think this is an interesting contact to have made. I'm okay with leaving now, and although it would be fun to explore this place and perhaps there is treasure here, it was not really our objective, and I think perhaps being able to return in the future and utilize these new contacts in one way or another could be valuable. So I vote that we take our leave, but I'm open to other thoughts.
Foley says, "I lived
Oh,
my
we're
whole
down another
life."
player.
Did we?
I just said I had to leave.
Damn it, Aurora. Well, he would, Dosho or Voli would say, "It's strange. I've lived my whole life never meeting a giant, and since I've joined your group, I've met several tens of them."
Yeah, honestly, same here, Volley.
He says, "Who knew there were so many of them in the underground?" But yeah, what does the group want to do?
I actually
I
would,
take the sack of spices.
one of the monks of my enclave was actually a half giant. That is how I came to know their tongue.
Voldy's like, you stealing their spices?
These are rightfully ours.
Yes, even the Lord on the throne in there confirmed that we won these things by right of battle, and it was ours to gift that ruby back to him.
So if you kill a cook, you get his spices?
Yes.
Maybe we should take his cleaver as well, so we can give it to that giant.
Hey, Holy, I thought you did this for a living.
This is, I mean, I sometimes steal, but not generally murder.
Prefers to control bridges that he had no hand in building and demand tolls from poor passerbys.
Okay, hold on.
Primarily
This is
churches.
exactly. We rarely had to kill anyone. Mostly,
Hey, you know,
self-defense.
killing someone in battle is different than killing someone out of battle. I'm fine with both, but you know, there is a difference.
This is, yeah, well, you know, we rarely had to kill anyone. They usually would just pay the toll.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you're trying to rob clergymen.
He says, I'm actually surprised those giants didn't just take all our stuff.
That's right,
Oh,
we
they
didn't take
would've-
their stuff.
They
Says,
would have. It would
really?
have been.
You think we could have killed the 4 of them and Duke Crazy Fire Sword guy?
I was ready
I
to
do.
blow up that entire
do.
room at a
I
moment's
think we
notice.
had a good. I think we had a good chance against them. But I'm not saying the battle would have been easy,
So I don't know,
but I
that-
think that we did have a chance of coming through.
That Fire Duke, he looked like he could throw down, but maybe you're right.
True, we do not know his abilities, but having faced the 2 soldiers of his ranks, I believe that the 4 fire giants would have been a challenge, but possible for us. Obviously, we don't know what the Lord was capable of, and that is why I sought the path of diplomacy.
He says, well, you saw what the one guy did to Robert. He almost took him down in a couple of swings. So, imagine 4 of them all running at Robert at once. That could have been bad.
Poor Robert.
He says, but
That-
it is what it is. I guess, you know.
We could have taken them.
What do we think, guys? Shall we take our leave?
Yeah, that's GTFO. We've left the girls alone in that lava pit long enough.
We should
What is this
definitely
drop
bring Eldwin
item?
back if we're gonna
Oh,
fight
it's a
these
sack of
guys.
spices.
Oh, okay. But you've got them, right?
Yes, I'm adding them to my character sheet now. Sack of giant spices.
You are now our cook.
Throws the big bag of salt over his shoulder like Santa Claus.
20-pound bloody spice bag.
Alright, so it's going to be an all-day trip to get back to your ship. It's like 8 hours of
Yeah.
stair climbing.
Go.
Yeah, sorry, Henri, but the food you conjure is not very flavorful. So
It's not meant to be.
yeah, so we could really use these spices.
Yeah, now we could throw a bunch of salt on it. And it'll taste
Or-
like
yeah.
salty paste.
All right, let's go.
Alright, so you're traveling down the stairs, leaving this place behind.
It was good of you, Aurora, to offer your weapon. I think that it intrigued him, even if it was not perhaps the shower of riches that he might have hoped.
Aurora's
well,
gone.
Oh, that's
I,
right,
uh,
Derp.
She says, well, I mean, these guns are an interesting weapon. I know when I learned of them, I felt like something like this could be valuable in my world, so I just figured they'd be valuable in this world as well.
Good.
I'm not gonna lie, I was also completely ready to just pull out a ruby worth 1,000 gold we just randomly have in the bag of holding.
you know why I asked him about art is because we have several really, really valuable art pieces that we haven't sold, like
Bully's
ones that are
"Don't you
worth
dare
over.
give him a ruby."
We have like 3. We have a painting worth 1,000, a painting worth 900, and a painting worth 800. And he said he was interested in art objects. So I think that that's definitely something we could, include in our tribute if we decide we want to come back and use his path.
Might be interesting to see what a fire giant city looks like, Boldy says, but I'm guessing all
if it
the
is on
couches
fire-
are way too large. Well, I hope it's not on fire. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, well, when the dwarves mass-produced that weapon, I hope you guys know what you've done.
When you've just provided a
believe it's
future
more
tech
likely
to the deep dwarves.
I
They're
think
all
it's
gonna
more
have
likely
rifles.
that gnomes. I think it's more likely that gnomes would reproduce it more quickly.
Yeah,
probably
from
true.
what the gift told us, they needed very specific tools to make them as well.
Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. He says, but
Another
sounds like
interesting
their
thing-
people are up above anyway, not down in the depths. These deep dwarves, maybe part of
Another
their city.
another interesting thing is that we only gave them so much ammo, and we know where we can go to seek more ammo from our Gith allies in the Astral Sea. But they don't know where to find more ammo, so that could also be another card in our favor should we ever need to return here and deal with these dwarves or these giants.
Yeah, these dumb giants will probably just end up throwing the guns at people when they run out of ammo.
Hey, does anyone have ammo in their inventory? Because I think we're like short 300.
I think you left some in the bag.
No.
Sorry, I think you left some at your house is what I meant.
I think I left like a little bit, but not that much.
All right, are we heading for the Human Empire then? Or
Well,
I
you're
guess we're still
going down
coming-
the stairs.
Coming down from the, yeah.
You're traveling.
Good lord, I just realized we have 90 gold bars on the ship.
Yeah, I left
Well, yeah, that
42
was part
bullets
of
at home.
That was some of the stuff I think I dumped. It was in our bag of holding, and our bag of holding was nearly bursting. And so when we got back to the ship, I went into the inventory and moved a bunch of stuff that was heavy. You know. We
No,
really-
I remember what it was. It was that massive pile of melted gold that
yeah,
Robert
we got
blew up.
some very gold as
Alright.
well. Although I
Yeah.
think
So no one has ammo in their inventory.
No.
Okay.
no, I think you left it all at your house.
No, I left 42 at home.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we just got lost between the fire temple and inventory management. But it's whatever.
How much is missing?
I think with the 150 or however much Aurora gave away, we should be missing 150.
I think anything's missing. We've got a ton. Let's see here.
I'm pretty sure we had over 700, and I only have 400.
Well, I think some of us are carrying some.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Oh, sorry.
Ammo.
Oh,
He's
you're talking about
talking
ammo. You're talking about ammo. Sorry, I was thinking of gold. All right, gotcha. Let's just see here.
We had a lot more. We have a lot more than 700 gold.
Yeah.
I was carrying a bunch, and then I told you I gave it to you when we got back to Ember. But I was carrying some for you when we were all loaded down at the fire temple.
Probably got lost there.
But I don't remember the amount because
Yeah.
once we got back to Ember, I think in one of the sessions I just said, "Here, I give this back to you." Sorry.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Oh, it is what it is. I don't remember the number.
And
Anyways.
then he dropped it into the lava.
I thought he put it in his. But yeah.
Well, you can always buy some more from the Gith as long as they're, they don't leave.
Yeah, or hire an artificer to mass produce them for me.
Yeah, or set up a machinist shop to start making bullets.
Can next if we go to the Astral Sea again, maybe guys we should actually see if we can hire a Gith artificer or someone that would be interested in kind of seeing other planes. I mean, someone with wanderlust and curiosity that wants to see other planes of existence and travel with us for a bit, and we could just pay him a salary and then he can make, ammo for you maybe.
Maybe.
If we're lucky, maybe there'll be a teleportation circle here that Eldwin can learn, and then we can teleport between the two, because there's the teleportation circle that's in the Illithid Temple.
Alright, so, Human Empire?
He
Well,
is.
you are going down the stairs. It
First we gotta get down.
yeah,
True.
All day, kind of walking, resting, walking. You get down at about 8 p.m. towards the end of the day. Ship's still there, seems fine. Still very hot down here. If you're passing through to the ship, I do need another round of con saves. DC's only 5, luckily.
Okay,
Seems like it's a
fine.
little bit, it's cooled off a little.
Ooh,
Oh, I can't
that was
fail. But
close.
Alright. So, yeah, you walk through. Let me check. Dosha. Dosha and Bully both failed.
Oh, I rolled for Bully.
Oh, okay. Did you get the -2 for him for the exhaustion?
It was a 20, so he's fine either way.
Alright, so Dosha
you
would
roll?
get a second
there it is.
level of exhaustion. He's tired. He might need a few days. But yeah, you're back on the ship. What do you want to do?
Do any of the 3 girls have combat ability? They're probably lower level though, huh?
Do they have like just any combat ability? Is that what you asked?
Yeah. Do they have a class or like or like?
I haven't. You can train them. I haven't assumed you've been training them in any, but right now, no.
Right.
They're just basically like.
Okay, I wasn't
peasants.
sure if they were possibilities for
They might have some
Like,
levels
yeah.
in like maybe some knowledge of like history or arcana, but they don't have any actual fighting ability.
Yeah, and even if they did have fighting abilities, since they've been hiding on the ship for like a couple months now in game, I imagine that
Oh, what the
they
heck?
would be low level.
Like, Chrome just closed out for some reason.
It's tired
What's
of your
closed off?
bullshit.
Like, Chrome. It just closed. Randomly. Yeah,
Alright.
Robert's been teaching his girlfriend how to shoot the shotgun, so...
Let us proceed. I thought it was your wife.
No. She
Oh.
she said that her goal is to get married, but they're not married
He refuses to put a ring on it.
yet. If she wants to get married, she needs to propose to me.
Oh, nice.
He's a modern
Alright.
man.
All right. So we are back to the ship and we are heading for Darrock. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you kind
do
of
it.
have a choice because you also are getting close to where Nasira's temple is, right?
Yeah, there was that discussion, and I think we kind of forgot about it.
So if we wanted to visit the Saraswati enclave, then we could speak with. Oh, let me get back in character. We could speak with Father Zacchaeus about what we have learned of the girl's ability to detect these ley lines and the possibility that the cataclysms are. The cataclysm is ending, at least in some places. See, he may have insight. He has spent his life studying this lore. I thought him a bit of a prattler when I was a child, but now I wonder if he may not have valuable information.
What is the name of your temple again? We'll just put it on
Saraswati.
the map. Oh, hang on, I gotta refresh. I
I
just
will.
crashed.
I will.
If you wish to visit your temple, I'm all for it. I'm a foreigner here. I'm a tourist.
Ugh, they put me in the wrong
Yeah.
game.
So I had out of character. I had kind of assumed that this temple was very close to the human empire, but they are outside it and independent, and they have a very big variety of species that are that have found the temple and that live there and that serve there.
Yeah, I have them a few days north of the city.
North. Okay. All right. Cool.
What? And did you type the name somewhere of this temple?
Oh, let me find it for you. Yeah. The ideas. A mentor's wisdom. Here it is. I actually, it's just a real life Indian, like
Temple.
as in Asia Indian, goddess that I kind of based it on. Yeah.
I was
nice.
so confused about what kind of Indian you would be talking about other
Yeah,
than
like
the Asian
right
India, and then I remembered
Right.
Native Americans.
Well, that's just it. It's so strange because some Native
Well,
American.
don't never call a Native American Indian usually.
But no, that's not true though, Lou. There are some Native Americans who have grown up with the term Indian, and that they correct you if you say Native American.
Not
And
on
because
the
I've
West Coast. I
Not
don't
on the
know,
West
maybe,
Coast.
Maybe East Coast it's different, but
Yeah.
out here, like,
Yeah,
they'll-
but no, in general, I
Yeah.
think it's more PC to say Native American these days.
Well,
Yeah.
especially considering the only reason they were originally called that is because that's where he thought he goddamn was.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, are we
the
in India? It's like, no, dude, you're not in India. It's like, nah, I'm pretty sure we're in India. And they're like, what?
Not even the right continent, mate.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
even go that far, Lou. They were like, "Oh, you have gold."
Yeah. All right, so that's where your enclave is.
I guess that was more like South America and Central America, but yeah.
Yeah.
the natives here call themselves Indians in both English and Spanish.
So yeah, it's a little bit to the north of the Empire, but it's fairly close.
Okay, good. So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
we can visit there if you all wish, but I don't know that we have. I think it might be interesting for the girls to meet Father Zacchaeus and perhaps chat with him a bit, and we could, of course, resupply there. But there, I don't know that there's a specific reason for us to go beyond perhaps some knowledge sharing.
Well, maybe they know a more secret way of getting into the city. Oli says. I mean, going through the front gate could be problematic unless we're hiding our identities.
Wait, why is it problematic? Are you guys wanted in the Human Empire?
This is where the Steel Shadow is mainly operated from. That's this.
Well, for
Been
different
Revan's
reasons,
past.
the
Yeah.
girls here, Voli says, have been wanted for a while, and now
Oh, that's true.
the group is
girls,
wanted for murder or attempted murder.
The girls were abducted here and had fled, right?
But freed from here.
Okay, gotcha.
Along
All
with
right,
your
um,
This
friend,
is where
along with
So-
your other friend who has fled his family.
So the monks,
What was his
the
name?
monks of my order, they actually
Davian.
are.
Davian, yeah.
The monks of my order are actually very cultured. They value the arts and fine wines and exceptionally woven cloths and things of great artistry. And they have patrons from the elite of the city. It is possible that they might have some contact or some way that they could help us enter the city more quietly or more clandestinely, you know?
At the very least, this might be a better place to leave the ship than anywhere else.
Oh, that's actually also another good idea.
Well, and
Yeah.
also,
And
I
the girls.
assumed you'd want to see your family, Nasira. I mean, they haven't seen you in quite a long time, Eldwin says.
I've been with the group in character. It's been a few months, right?
I'm not sure
Probably.
how long has it been since you've been to your
She-
temple?
Well,
Because
I
even
had-
before you met the group, you probably had to travel quite a ways to get
that's
across
true, yeah.
the.
I mean, I imagine it was months, not years, but yeah, I mean, I might have been away for more than a year at this point. So yeah. Yes, of course. I do not have a true family, but yes, the monks who raised me, it will be joyous to see them again. Father Zacchaeus was very brother Zacchaeus was very fatherly to me and taught me all I know of alchemy and herbalism and much of other diverse subjects. And then other monks of the Enclave are responsible for my martial prowess.
I think you've told us this before, but what is Zakian? He's human?
He is.
Thought it was Yon- Oh, he's
Yeah.
human. I thought it was Yanti.
No, you see,
Oh, it's the other guy that was Yanti, Revesk, right?
Yeah, reverse.
yeah. Well, Revesp was Lou's creation, who has taken up with Soka since Soka left the Enclave. But Soka and Nasira were both Yanti orphans. Our original city was destroyed by an earthquake, and Nasira's scars are actually from injuries she sustained in that earthquake. And it was the Saraswati Enclave who came and aided the survivors after that disaster. And so some of the orphans from that disaster ended up staying and being raised by the monks, and that included Nasira and Soka. But in general, there weren't many Yanti in the Enclave. The Enclave is diverse. They have many species, but there's of course a number of humans because they're so close to the human empire.
Sounds like an interesting place, Eldwin says. Might be some good history to be learned there. They have a library.
Oh yes, indeed. They are extremely cultured. Nothing like what we have experienced on the road. She kind of gives like a little flick of her fingers that's almost like disgust, since she has frequently endured unsavory conditions traveling with this adventuring group.
Well, I'm just curious to meet more of my kind.
Humans,
hold
Eldwin
on.
says, kind of surprised.
Huh?
Haven't you
Wait,
met
what did he
many
say?
of your kind? He says humans, right? Aren't you human?
Yeah, there's. I don't know the population number. Are they human?
A
The
lot of
Zora-
them are human, yeah. In
Not
fact,
Zora,
most of them.
Sorry, I'm mixing
I
up.
think
my
it's
The Darok. The Darok Empire is primarily human. There are other species to be seen as you wander the streets.
But the Candelian / Ember people are also mostly human.
True.
Your
Oh, yeah.
I imagine your girlfriend is human.
yeah.
Ember is the most humans I've seen.
Yeah. Well, the Saraswati Enclave, I would say, is maybe 30 or 40% human. That is the majority because of their proximity to the Darok Empire. And the Darok Empire is probably 70 or 80% human. I don't know. Lou, that's for you to say if I've got the right numbers there, but...
It's more like 90-ish.
90,
It's
okay,
pretty
yeah, okay.
xenophobic. They do a lot of trading with outsiders, but they don't really like other humanoids.
I see.
Yeah, from what we've heard about this place, that actually lines
Track.
up pretty well.
Yeah.
This is
Alright,
a massive place, though, Volley says.
Robert's racist towards dwarves.
Is he? Oh wow!
Yeah.
Good thing we didn't head for. Good thing we didn't head for the Dwarven Empire.
Garoth is in the other direction, Volley
Yeah.
says. We're like on the
Yeah.
opposite side of where we need to be, so you don't have to worry. Though there might be some dwarves here.
I just noticed the sightless citadel on this map. I'd never noticed that before. I wonder what that is. Okay. Anyway.
That'd be a history check.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have history, so I mean,
Whereabouts is this?
Brother Zacchaeus probably knows, but
Wait, what's
I
the population of Ember?
I think Ember
Hundreds,
had
not
like
thousands?
a couple of hundred.
yeah.
I was gonna
It
say,
used to
it's
be.
only like-
It used to be closer to 1,000, but
Yeah.
well, we'll say they lost like 100 or so people in that big attack, but it's maybe like close to 1,000-ish with all the
Yeah,
communities, especially.
Candles basically was a farming community, you know, and then it was, of course, diminished a lot after the attacks, and we
And then there's also
relocated.
all the no clans.
Originally,
There's
they
what?
were people who fled the Darok Empire to get away from
Yeah.
a bunch of the oppression that was happening there.
And then there's also all the no clans as well.
Yeah, then the Null
Yeah.
clans joined with them too, so that bolstered them.
Can we take
Yeah,
a quick? Can we take a quick break? My dog is terrified. People are setting off fireworks. I need to go give her some Trazodone.
Yeah, that's fine.
4th of July is for another 2 days. What the hell?
I
They
mean-
started 3 days ago.
Yeah,
They're terrible.
they're gonna be shooting off fireworks for like 2 weeks.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
We really only have one fireworks celebration in Australia, and that's New Year's. Otherwise, it's kind of frowned upon to launch fireworks because we're so fire prone. That's some bullshit.
I don't know what that is, but I agree.
Oh, I pulled a cigarette out my packet and it's like half empty.
It's half empty.
Yeah, hold on, I'll turn on my camera quick.
Like the cigarette or the pack?
The cigarette.
Get a refund, King. Don't let them treat you like that. What the fuck?
Where's all my tobacco?
Go full Karen mode.
Excuse me, sir. It's probably just fallen out on the bottom of the packet, but it's just like, what the?
Oh, I want to speak to a manager.
Yeah, they're cheap as shit smokes anyway.
Oh my gosh, my poor dog. She's shaking so violently.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad we're pretty strict on fireworks in Australia because, like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
crazy
we don't
that-
want to burn everything down.
It's really strange because, like, the fireworks are actually pretty strictly regulated here, and some of the stuff that people set off, I'm quite sure is illegal. But, like, you know, no one's, you know, they do it in their backyard. It's done before anyone, you know. I mean, it's not like you can. It's hard to catch people, you know.
Do you live in the county or in the city?
Oh, I'm in a city.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah,
Um,
that's weird.
And
It's only illegal if they enforce it.
Well, the other thing is that different states in the U.S., all the states have different rules. It's regulated per state. But here in Ohio, most fireworks are actually illegal, but people can go to fireworks stores over the nearby state lines and then bring them back and just do stuff with them, you know. But it is so common around July 4th, which if you didn't know, July 4th is American Independence Day.
I know.
Fireworks is like kind of a tradition for July 4th here, but the thing is they start a week or two before July 4th, and they continue a week or two after, and you just like randomly in the evenings you start hearing these like big bangs from like nearby neighborhoods and stuff, and sometimes they're really, really close and really, really loud, and other times they're like more distant, and I've had dogs that don't care, but I've had dogs that are just absolutely terrified.
Yeah, Australia's too flammable for us not to crack down on that shit.
It's true, you guys
So-
are pretty arid, aren't you?
Well, we are considered an arid country, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're considered considered an arid country, like an arid zone, like Nevada
arid
and shit
zone, yeah.
is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it
My
doesn't help.
county,
that
we're not
There's
supposed to-
so many fucking nukes in the middle of our country.
What did you say, Robert?
Yeah, in my county, we're not supposed to be doing fireworks because of how dry we are. But we do it anyways.
Are you?
And it's
in
not
the West?
enforced. Southwest Texas.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, lots of West Coast and Southwest parts of the United States will have like burn bans and stuff during
Yeah,
parts of the year because of wildfires. You know.
yeah, there's a name for it. Crap, what's it called? It's
So
not
are
called
you-
a burn ban.
Are you
called something
Pacific
else.
or Mountain Time?
Central.
Oh, Central. Okay.
So I got
Southwest
my
Texas.
distracted by my dogs nearly knocking everything over. What were you asking?
Fuck, it's not called a burn ban. It's called something else, but it's similar.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's
I don't-
probably something similar to what Australia has because of our climate.
Yeah, I mean, it's not enforced, so we do it anyways.
Fuck, this cigarette's dodgy as shit as well.
Tell you.
No,
go
I don't
full
know
Karen.
if you were here for me complaining about this to Robert, but I turned my camera on to show him that one of my cigarettes was like a quarter empty when I pulled it out the pack.
Sucks.
And this one's like burning weird. It like skipped part of it. It's what I get for buying the cheap ones.
I'm basically like, I am cradling my dog and holding her close to me right now. In 15 or 20 minutes, the trazodone will kick in and she'll feel a little better. But like, oh, she's just shaking so crazily right now.
What kind of dog do you have?
He is a terrier mix. She's the smallest dog I've ever owned. She's tiny. She's 12 pounds.
Damn.
Primarily Patterdale Terrier, but she's got like 7 different English Terrier breeds.
My
I had
dog
never-
would eat it as a snack.
Yeah, probably. I actually had never heard of Patterdale Terriers before I had her. But when I lost, okay, so my last dog I had for 18 years and 3 months.
Damn.
And I knew during, you know, the final months of his life, you know, when I was caring for him and his health was failing and stuff, I knew I was going to need another companion. And so I had kind of started looking at various rescues and stuff. But, you know, I don't know how it is for you in Australia, Andrea, or whatever, but like here in the States, like a lot of the dog rescue organizations, like you have to like apply and be approved. And sometimes it's really tough. Like when I was young, when I was in like my 20s and I tried to get my first dog, I could not adopt a rescue dog. None of the rescues would approve me. They were like, oh, no breed experience, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, you don't want me to buy dogs from breeders or pet stores, but you won't let me adopt a dog. So yeah, I went and got my original dogs from pet stores. But anyway.
So.
Yeah. So, but anyway, now
We got ours from backyard breeders. Backyard breeders.
Yeah, and there's definitely unscrupulous breeders out there. But basically, I have a lot of breed experience, especially with dachshunds now. I've had several dachshunds. I now have like 3 dachshund breeders who actually call us and ask like, hey, do you want this one when they get new dogs in and stuff, you know? Like dachshund rescues that like know us by name and call us sometimes now. But you know, years ago I couldn't get a dog, right? Anyway,
Yeah, so like my newest dog is a shelter dog. He came from a disabled shelter.
Well, and the other dog that we have right now, who is definitely my husband's dog. This dog actually does not like me. He is a pound puppy. He's he kind of picked my husband, and he has never really liked me. He allows me to feed him and
Tolerates you.
Yeah, he allows me to feed him and treat him and let him out and occasionally to pet him. But for the most part, he does not like me. And that has been the case from the very, very beginning. And here's the thing is, I think that dog was kicked. And I think something about whoever abused him, something about me reminds him. Because like just right from the start, from the very beginning, he has been standoffish or even like a little bit hostile. He has bitten me a few times over the years. We've had him for like 8 years now. He can be very, very sweet. But yeah, there's something that like was just there from the beginning that I just feel like has to have been something about how someone treated him in the past. But yeah, anyway, that's my husband's dog, not mine. And so when I lost my boy, like I said, when you have a companion for 18 years, it's so strange it's a life.
Yeah, no, that was me with my cat. My cat was 19 or 20 when she died.
Wow.
Yeah, my Chihuahua passed
so
at 12 years.
So I started looking at rescues, but here's the thing is like every time I saw, like I would be looking at their websites, and every time I saw a dog and like read his bio and I was like, oh, well, this dog might be a good fit for me. I'd like to meet him, right? So I would apply, right? But here's the thing is like the way the rescues work is by the time you get approved, whatever dog you applied for is already gone, you know? And so I actually ended up getting approved at like 8 rescues in the central Ohio area because I kept applying, but then like whatever dog I was interested in meeting was already gone by the time I was approved. So they're like, hey, yeah, you're approved. Just let us know if there's another dog that we post on the website as available that you're interested in meeting. And I'm like, okay, great. So like this went on for 4 or 5 months, you know, where I was kind of like browsing the websites and communicating with the rescues and what have you. And then at one point I went to a rescue specifically to meet a litter of puppies they were like a mixed Australian cattle dog mixed with a couple other things. And there was
Australian Shepherd?
Is it Shepherd? I don't know. I'm not sure. They're like all kind of speckled and stuff. And
Yeah, Australian Shepherd.
Okay, Australian Shepherd. Anyway, these puppies, there was one puppy in this litter who was a little girl. She was the runt. She had mismatched eyes, like one yellow eye and one blue eye. And like, I don't know. I was like, hey, you know what? This dog, just something about her, like, because some of the rescues will normally like write out a little bit about the dog's personalities and stuff, which I really appreciate, because I really, you know, I have a certain lifestyle and I want to make sure that the dog is going to be happy with me, you know? And so, you know, when I'm browsing these websites, I'm kind of like reading the bios and like, okay, this sounds like it could be a match. I want to meet this dog, you know? Anyway, I wasn't originally planning to get a puppy, but I was like, this just is really cute. Really cute. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go meet this puppy, right? So I go to this rescue to meet this puppy,
Wisdom
and the
save.
puppies are
Charm.
The puppies are being like fostered like nearby. So I get there and they have to like go and call the people that are fostering the puppies to bring them, right? And so while I'm waiting for the puppies to come, I go walking around the shelter and I meet the dog that ended up being mine, the Patterdale Terrier. And honestly, so I thought she was a black lab puppy when I saw her, right? She's so small and she's all black. And then I asked about her and I find out she's like 3 to 5 years old. And I'm like, what? Because she's like tiny. And other than the tail didn't look like a lab, but other than that, she looked like a black lab puppy. But anyway, so I was like, you know what? Like something about her like drew me to her, and I was like, I'd like to meet her. So we go to the little room where they like have you sit and they bring the dogs to you, and they brought her to me. And so I was sitting and playing with her and petting her, and she just like laid down in my lap while we were waiting for the puppies to come, right? And so then the puppies come and they bring the whole litter, not just the one I was interested in, right? So the puppies are crawling all over us and they're delightful, right? But like, and I totally like would have taken that puppy home that day, but something about this dog, like she chose me. She chose me. She like came up to me and was like, you are mine now, you know? And I was like, you know what? I don't really want to train a new puppy anyway. So yeah, I ended up taking home the tiniest dog I've ever owned. She's 12 pounds. She looks, if you know what a Jack Russell looks like.
Yeah, I know what a Jack Russell.
He looks like a solid black Jack Russell. But people think she's a black lab just because they're not used to seeing. They think she's a black lab puppy because they're not used to seeing. Like other than her tail, like people don't know what a Patterdale Terrier is, and she doesn't even really look like a Patterdale Terrier because she's mixed with like 7 other English breeds. We did her DNA thing. The vet did it. So, but anyway, she's.
I'll show you my big bastard since he's nearby.
Anyway, she's lovely, and oh, hi, speckly boy, you spotty. Oh,
He's a big bastard.
yeah. Well, he's not big. He looks medium.
He weighs about 40-50 kilos.
Medium, right?
So in pounds, he's about 80-100 pounds.
Yeah.
How much
80,
my
100?
husky weighs?
180?
Yeah. No.
Oh, 80.
80 to 100.
200.
Oh, 80 to 100. Okay.
How much?
Yeah, that's medium, right?
Yeah, he's pretty.
I think it's a high end of medium, but
Yeah, definitely high end of medium. I think he's like bordering into large breed.
yeah. Hey, Lou.
I have a
like,
brown Doberman. She's like 8 months old.
He's a Catahoula mixed Irish Wolfhound.
ooh, Irish Wolfhound. That's why he's so big. I love Wolfhounds and Danes, but they have such short lives. It makes me so sad. Lou,
Well, when we got him, he was tiny.
Lou, how big did you say your huskies are?
Oh, well, my biggest one's about 80 pounds.
Okay. And the
Um,
smallest?
Well, the smallest dog isn't a husky. It's like a husky, German Shepherd. What's that Korean dog?
Corgi.
No, it's not Corgi.
Sorry. Chiba Inu or whatever.
Yeah,
I think she
it's
was her
Shiba Inu.
Japanese.
Um,
Or are they Koreans?
I'll just look it up real quick. I have the internet.
Jindo.
Jindu, yeah. It's a weird combination of like German
Okay.
Shepherd, Husky, and Jindu.
Mm. Anyway,
Super
I love
smart.
them. The dogs are an amazing part of my life, and we don't deserve them, and I am so grateful for them.
Yeah, I've got that one who's like 4 years old and is just built like he's not the tallest dog ever, but he's just ripped with muscle. And then I've got my other dog who couldn't find his way out of a wet paper bag, who's Cavalier and Pug.
Some dum-dums too. And it's funny, I've had
Yeah.
purebred dachshunds. I've had multiple purebred dachshunds, and I've had one that was crazy smart, the one I had for 18 years. And then I've had the dumbest derpy derp dog.
Yeah, dog intelligence definitely varies a lot.
yeah.
There's some derpers out there. Most of my dogs have been pretty smart, though. Actually, that one, the Jindo mix, is like one of the smartest dogs I've ever had.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
to be fair, both I think Jindos and Huskies are pretty.
Well,
on
and
average
German
smart.
Shepherds. That's what a police.
And
does.
German Shepherds, yeah, sorry, I missed the German Shepherd bit. Yeah, all three of those are pretty intelligent breeds on average.
Yeah. So she is really smart, though I think she has some trauma because we saved her from a Korean meat factory.
Oh,
So she, he definitely feels like she, flinches a lot and is very timid at times.
Yeah,
Alright,
sounds-
I think everyone's back. The break was a little longer than I had anticipated. So yeah, what do you guys? You want to go to Saraswati?
Swati. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to
why not?
Saraswati.
We
Yay.
fuck it. We ball.
I have very little info on the temple. So
we have very few allies. Let's make some allies.
Yeah. Did you have a picture of your trainer?
Of Father Zacchaeus. I think I sent you one. Yeah, I did send you one. Let me find it.
I'll probably look for it. Should just make a character for him.
Did I? Oh, maybe. Okay, is it? I don't know if it was in DM or if it was in the story ideas thread. Oh yeah, it's in the story ideas thread.
Okay.
A mentor's wisdom is the thread.
Can make a character for him.
I think the trazodone has taken hold. My dog has become a limp little noodle and is very comfortable in my lap now.
Nice and high.
She's not like shaking anymore.
Alright. So it's probably only about a day's journey to get there, maybe less. Are you gonna stay here the night and leave, or you want to travel for a bit and then camp?
Time of day is it?
It's about 8 p.m.
Oh yeah, let's move away from the heat and then pass the night and then I don't know, like do a rest and then we can journey during the day over the rest of the way. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Who's moving
That's
the,
fine.
the token? I
The token.
didn't
Let me-
okay
let me go-
this movement.
Let me go
Hang
find
on
the
a sec.
token. Where
No
is
move.
Oh, there it is. I see the token, and I think the ship is the other token, right?
Yeah, I can move
Okay.
them both. So did you
Cool,
say
cool.
you are camping the night where you are, or are you gonna start traveling?
Are we still in immense heat?
I mean the ship is safe here. It's hot, but
Okay, all right.
it's not.
Yeah,
like...
let's. If it's 8 p.m., let's rest, guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pass it.
Okay. Give me a chance to make this character. So you're passing some time during the evening. Wait, where did Discord go? That was weird. So the name is Brother Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need me to post the spelling?
No, I got it from the thing.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to make sure I had the right one. All right. So the night is passing. I don't know if anyone's doing anything. No, luckily nothing happens, though you wouldn't expect many things to wander into a lava-filled area. So it is now the next day, the 62nd of summer. Go ahead and long rest.
Yay.
Yay.
And in the morning, I assume you head out.
Yeah, let's head for the Enclave. You said it was a couple hours?
Yeah, it's probably about half a day, maybe a little bit more, depending on how well you do with the survival check. Oh, and Dosha would get back level of exhaustion. So he just has one now. Alright, so the ship...
Volley would have none.
Yeah, and Volley would have none. So the ship is traveling. Give me a survival check. Up to 2 of them, actually.
I think our primary 2 people have not here.
Alright, well, 17.
Yeah, well, I think Dosha, we rely on Dosha
You have high
sometimes.
wisdom. Andre, you can roll for it.
Dosha can try, he's just a little
Zira's
exhausted.
trained, and Dosha, I think, does it for us sometimes, but I feel like, I don't know who else.
It's been Eldwin and Nasira with Aurora, who have been
Oh,
doing
okay,
it.
gotcha.
Oh, well, Dosha did pretty good with a 23. Alright,
Nice.
so you travel over to the Enclave. You haven't been here in a bit, but you start to recognize some of the tunnel areas as you get close, Nasira. It's about a 5-hour trip, so you get there around 1 p.m. I assume you're leaving the ship kind of in the outskirts like you usually do?
Let's leave it. I think maybe even like kind of like up here or something, you know? Like
That's a
definitely
lot
out of the
further
way.
away.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like we definitely want it to not be like a well-traveled area where we leave it. Yeah.
Each square on foot is about a day's travel without the ship.
Okay.
So it probably would be in the same area, just maybe like a few hours journey away through the caves.
Yeah.
Alright, so you put the ship there. You're leaving. Are you leaving anyone behind with it?
Maybe just
I think at least one of the girls has to stay on there because only 2 of the girls have the non-detection magic.
No, I meant more like martial people to defend it. I assumed all of them were staying on there.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
we usually
have
leave
guards.
Soul and the Iron Cobra.
Yeah, well, we have laborers and guards, I think, don't we? And yes, Manasa and Seal.
Alright, so you're just kind of leaving the, your...
The camp. The camp basically is staying with the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert's bringing his girlfriend with him.
Oh, she
Yeah,
came
she's
with us.
like-
Remember? Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't realize.
did.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, I definitely want to go.
See the world.
I was just hoping she'll accidentally die along the way, let's face it.
What?
What?
Oh, man.
Would
That was
never.
dark.
He's
I'm
evil, but he's not
just
that evil.
You tell it. I don't believe that. I want an insight check, guy.
Actually, I'll say that the girls do want to come if you'll bring them.
2 of them.
I don't see why not. Well,
Yeah.
I generally don't see why not bringing all of them.
One of them has to stay behind until we get her non-detection item as well. We only have the 2. Non-detection.
I don't. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
Alright, so... we'll say, who was it? Ellen, I think, has kind of been agreeing to stay behind. She's kind of the most shell-shocked of the 3, so she,
I think I was Mirren last time.
Oh, was it?
I don't
I think you're right. But Ellen she'll say, she'll volunteer this time. She's probably the one who's seen the most, trauma. So she's like, I'd
Yeah,
rather
that's
not meet a bunch of new people, so you 2 go. And they're happy to go. Alright. So you have Mirren, Scarlet, Dosha, and Voli with you. It's quite the little crew. Oh, and you said you're, and Kocha, right?
Oh yeah, Coachella. Coachella of all. Or whatever her name
Oh, are
is.
you doing a thing with that? Kocha of all? Is that like...
Coachella. Of
Coachella?
all. Coachella, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so
Stylish.
you're going on foot through the caves. Do they have guards kind of at the entryway, or is it pretty open?
don't think they would be guards in the sense of like militia or militant, but they might have a like I don't know gate greeter. I don't know.
The caves
don't
are dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think that. Well, okay, I mean they have people that are martially trained, but they are a peaceful enclave. So.
All right, so maybe they have a gate up. As you approach, there's a guy there who just basically asks you your name. He says,
Do I
"Hello,
know him?
travelers. I assume you're from Darrock." You do
Do I
not
know
know
him?
this guy, no.
Oh, okay. I
You
would step
assume
forward.
incorrectly, my sir.
I would step forward and unveil myself, and I would say, "I'm Nasira, acolyte to Brother Zacchaeus. I have been gone for some time, and these are my companions."
He says, "Oh, you know Brother Zacchaeus? I'm one of his pupils, actually." Oh, I think he's
multiplied.
mentioned you. Yes, Nasira.
Of course.
Oh, well, come in. I'm sure Brother Zacchaeus will be thrilled to see you. And,
Thank you. And I would give a very like urbane, very polite nod. She's kind of like adopting like the manners of polite society now that we're closer to the city.
Says one thing. I assume you've told your friends about our laws, but weapons are to stay away. There'll be no fighting in Saraswati unless it is
Weapons.
in complete self-defense.
I feel like hold up her hands like, what weapons? She doesn't need weapons.
Of course,
Well,
sir.
you
I would never think of harming a temple.
says, well, excellent. Just thought I'd let you all know. Welcome
did
to
not-
Saraswati.
I did not specifically inform them, but most of them have no need of weapons to be dangerous. Robert, perhaps you can stow your pistols.
Well, I assume he didn't have them out.
Right. Well, because like I
Yeah,
mean,
he-
like, Aurora conjures her daggers. Anvir does spells. I guess Eldwin would have his fancy rapiers, but like most of us actually don't have a lot of weapons
Alright,
visible.
well,
you know?
normal people have to have weapons to kill each other, so
Right.
they're not expecting
His gun's
all
on
you,
his
like,
back.
badass people with your like magical summoning weapons.
Hey, it's not a weapon. It's a tool.
You wouldn't deny an old man his walking stick. That's an assault rifle. No, it's my walking stick.
How do you know what an assault rifle is, mate?
Exactly.
Alright.
Robert
Well-
doesn't give up his weapon.
Oh no, he's
Well,
not
I think it's
asking
pretty
for it.
wise.
He's just telling you
I
to
think
keep
I would
it
just
holstered.
say. I think I would just say that like this group's talents are far and away above mundane weapons. I assure you that if they meant harm here, then you know there would
Says,
be.
well, I don't know if that puts me at ease, but I'll.
I was about to say, that just makes us sound more threatening.
Yeah, I mean, we could just kill everyone if we wanted to. So.
Clearly, we approached in peace.
He says,
True.
I will assume your friends do not mean harm on us, Nasira. I'm just
There is
repeating
no
the
reason, of course.
repeating the things I tell all newcomers, but probably don't even need to tell you all.
Very good.
All right. So, what would this temple look like as you kind of walk past him into the cave?
I didn't even think about the architecture, but now I'm thinking like maybe we should go with the Indian theme and like do something kind of very like I don't know, Hindu or something.
So, a large kind of stone structure in the middle of the cavern. Looks kind of Hindu, you said?
Yeah, let's go with that. Like kind of some of the like little peaks and like you know how like some of the Hindu temples have like layers? It's not quite a pyramid because it's like actually floors, you know, but yeah, they kind of have the layers that something like
Maybe
that. I
some
don't know.
statues as you approach. Lots of people meditating.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right.
And like some of the adherents and monks and stuff are maybe not necessarily monks by like class, you know. Maybe they have other like disciplines or trainings or what have you, but I would say the majority are monks, you know.
You would see what looks like some kind of class where a bunch of people are doing martial art mantras, kind of copying the instructor as he does all these different stances. So you get closer to the temple. There's some tents set up here where people are trading. This might be a caravan. Where do you want to go, or what do you want to do?
I guess I would know if it's routine for visitors to, and I didn't write like who is the leader of this and what their title would be, but I guess I would know. I guess Nasiera would know who is kind of the mother superior or father superior or whatever. So I guess maybe we should, present ourselves. I don't know.
All right. So
but I didn't write who that character is. So if you don't want to roleplay it, it's fine. I don't know. But yeah, I guess if there's any protocol in like us presenting ourselves to the person in charge, then I would do that, and then I would want to go find Brother Zacchaeus.
So in this, you tell us. Yeah, this is kind of your story. If you make things up, I'll make
didn't
characters.
Write enough, I guess. It's funny because some of my characters I've written a ton, and then we never use it, and then other characters I don't write enough.
No, I've been more liberal in just letting people kind of improv stuff. But
okay,
so you said it's basically you would go meet up with the leader, whoever the current one is.
Yeah, if there's like a mother superior or father superior, then I guess I would present myself to him and introduce him to my colleagues. And
all right, hang on, I'm making up a new person.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like there would be some sort of protocol like that, especially since this enclave is very cultured and like deals with the elite and the artsy and stuff a lot.
Like, too late, Robert and his girlfriend are already touring.
Yeah, she's like buying stuff already.
We're at the gift shop.
Alright, so
I mean, I guess probably, I don't even know if there's a market. It might be more of like a trading, like kind of like bartering system here. I don't know.
Well, they probably do trade for money since they probably trade with the city as well.
Yeah, that's true. We're close enough to the city that money would be valuable, yeah.
Alright, so you head into the temple. There's a bunch of people kind of meditating and doing their morning rituals, cleaning up some of the different areas of the downstairs. You notice a lady who's kind of older giving directions to everyone, and you would know her. Though last you were here, she was not in charge, but she does look like she's now the high matron of the temple.
Okay. So, like, based on where she's seated or how she's presiding, I kind of automatically know that she's, like, been, like, taken over that spot or something.
Yeah, she's giving out a bunch of the daily chores, which is usually what the high matron does. So, you're not sure what happened to the previous leader, but it seems she is in charge now. You would guess.
So then so we would go into whatever the main audience hall is. I would see her presiding. I would get in line. I wouldn't be disruptive. And then when it came our turn, I would give the appropriate, like, salute or bow or what have you, a sign of respect, and address her by her name. And
so as you are waiting to see her, she would be talking to several of the temple keepers, but then she kind of looks up, noticing you, or notices you, and has like a big smile on her face. She says, "Oh, Nasiera, over here," and she waves you over.
And so I would approach and I would gesture for my party to come with, and I would again, like, show whatever appropriate sign of respect. I'm gonna say like some sort of like bow or some salute of respect. She
as you bow, she just walks over and just hugs you. She says, it's so good to see you again. It's been so long. How have your journeys gone? And who are these people? Introduce us.
Most interesting my journeys have been. You are Yes, a very keen eye to immediately absorb all. Yes, these are, and I would say, Onver, a cleric of some renown, and Robert, a fighter of another plane who has come for the first time to Gaian and is learning of our plane. And and I'd go
goodness.
through each of my companions.
So
Hello.
what a colorful collection of friends you've made. It's been so long. I'm sure
of
you
course I
must.
went-
Awful literally looking at me.
She says it. Yes, you must have such stories to tell with your trip to the western areas. Did you were you able to find what's his name?
Soka.
Were you able to
Soka.
find Sota?
Soka, yes, indeed, I did. It was not quick, but I did eventually find Soka, and he is, I think, happy. He has allegiances that he feels strongly about, and has a companion that I believe.
Oh,
Fortunate.
you met her then? He says
I
you
did, and I
met
approve.
Revesp.
Oh, you know Revesp. He came back with her.
Well, yes, she was here for a short period of time before he left. He introduced us, but I didn't know her for too long. She seemed nice, though.
Yes,
I,
I approve. She seems quite sensible.
Well, I mean, I know that you two are very close, so I'm sorry. I know it must have been hard to see him with someone else.
No, it was a childhood fling. I have actually, my attentions have moved on since then as well.
I see. She says, "Well, yes. Well, I assume you're here for a while. We should get you
I do not
some
know.
accommodations, or."
I do not think we will stay for a great time. We have some business in the city. But I wish to visit with Father Zacchaeus. I believe his studies may have valuable information for us.
She laughs a bit. She says, "All right, to Zacchaeus. No time for me, eh? I see how it is."
Of course not. We would be perfectly happy to stay for a day or two if you wish to hear of our adventures. I will happily tell you.
She says, "I
learned
kid
much
with you. I kid. It's okay. I know you probably have much to do. I just missed you. That's all. If you want to stay and tell me stories, I'm happy to hear them. But if you must leave, I understand. Just be
Well, at the
careful.
very-
The Darok Empire has gotten more dangerous in recent seasons."
Well, I promise that we will at least stay the night, so perhaps we can sit with you at dinner and you can tell me of the changes in the Empire.
Yes.
And I could tell you about the time I died.
You
time
died on
you
me?
died?
Just
Yeah, the
jump
one
in.
time.
Oh, that.
That you died?
Well, I'm
Oh, he
glad
did.
you're.
Yeah, he did. We had to go. We had to do a little mini quest to resurrect him.
I mean, Eldwood died too.
Oh, that's true. Eldon did.
That was
die.
much less of a big deal though. He was
Well,
back up the next day.
let me continue with what I was doing here. But yes, we should have dinner and talk of your journeys. And I'd love to hear more about you and your friends and your friend who died. Apparently, she looks very concerned, kind of examining.
A
Yes,
couple
yes.
of times actually.
Oh, okay.
He is very incautious, unfortunately. But I have
Hey, I'm
found.
overly cautious of anything. It just doesn't work out for me.
As well, no dying while you're here, please. This is a place of non-violence for the most part.
I can only
Oh.
hope so.
You can die without violence.
He says, "Yes, well, it happens much more rarely here. We have good healers as well as very healthy people who we train." Still, it's true. People can die here. But I don't want any of your friends dying. You hear me? And she kind of gives you all a wink.
Friends is a strong word, but just kidding.
Well, oh my. Oh. Now, make yourselves at home. I'll talk to you later, Nasira.
Very good. And she would give another bow or sign of respect and back off, and then head for Father Zacchaeus's library.
All right. So you head upstairs. Eldwin says, "Oh, a library. Exciting."
Damn
You,
plan.
huh?
I was just joking. Don't worry about it.
So
I
you
was just
get,
saying,
you get to the library. Seems like there are a couple of people in here. One of which you would notice right away. Sitting at his usual table, a pile of books next to him as he pores over several of them.
Did we bring? We did bring 2 of the girls with us, didn't we say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Miriam and Scarlet.
The whichever 2 are using the item at the moment. Yeah.
Aaron
med
whispers,
item.
your friend High Matron Xena is terrifying.
Oh, you think? She was human, right, Will?
Yeah. He says she
Okay.
is very outgoing. I guess Scarlet would say.
Oh, she's quite harmless, I assure you. Although she has elevated her position since I was here last. But I think you can feel safe in her presence.
Well, she does seem kind, at least. Alright, so what are you doing?
I would approach Brother Zacchaeus. Father Zach.
What?
She
Oh!
kind of say it. She's close.
He's immediately jaunted from his book. He says, what? Nasira? Oh,
It is me.
Nasira!
Indeed, I am back.
He comes over and gives you a hug. He says, my favorite pupil.
I embrace him.
He says,
May I present? And I would repeat all of the introductions.
He says, wow, from another world, you say? He adjusts his spectacles, looking at Robert.
Oh, I don't think Robert's here. I think Robert's out and about.
Oh, did he
You come
leave?
with? Okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, Robert probably left. Knowing Robert, he's probably not there. He probably
He's-
left.
Oh, so
He's
like he took
hanging out
advantage of
with,
like whatever accommodations were offered, but like he just like went off to his room.
While him and Coach
Immediately.
are like hanging out in the market, she's like buying
Oh
souvenirs.
yeah, maybe.
I'll
Mhm.
say. And
Okay.
he's just taking
With
a
his
look.
money, with Robert's money.
Yeah.
But
She's like,
are the
Robert,
girls-
this is so pretty. Can you buy this? And he's like, oh my god.
Are the two girls with us?
Yeah, I'll say Mirren and Scarlet and Voli.
Right.
So,
So I would introduce Anvir and well, I guess Robert's not here, so I'd introduce Anvir and I guess Eldwin and Aurora if they're here, like first. But I would then kind of be like, Father Zach,
So he,
Oh.
he meets everyone. He's looking at Anvir closely. And he'd say, your symbol, sir. That's what's your god's name?
Hildar.
He says that's
Hildar.
it's Hildar's symbol. Yes.
Oh, yes, it is, sir. I'm surprised. Not many elves know. Not many non-elves know about Hildar. I'm surprised.
He says, oh, I've studied some of his teachings. I can't say I'm a religious person, but yes, I know a bit of some of the old elven gods. Do you have a temple somewhere?
Yes, we do. It's where I originally come from. Yes.
So perhaps if I ever travel, it would be lovely to see one of the old elven temples. And
I'll
who?
make sure to get information before I leave.
It's now my goal to hook up like Zacchaeus and what's your mama's name?
My 650-year-old grandmother-like characters, Tristan.
Bunch of silver
Just
foxes.
one, yeah.
All right. He says, "Oh well, and who are these
She's a cougar.
lovely young ladies?"
All right. So I would I would say Father Zach, I'm most eager to introduce you to, and I would then introduce the two girls that came in with us.
He says, it's lovely to meet you two.
Father Zach, they can see ley lines.
He kind of pauses. He says, the flows of magic. Are you certain? I thought that was only a Yuan-Ti ability.
They have been hunted for this ability, and we have been sheltering them. They were even kidnapped from our clutches at one point, or Scarlet was. Is Scarlet with us right now? Ellen stayed behind, right?
Yeah, Ellen stayed behind.
Okay, yeah.
Scarlet
Scarlet was-
nods, and she says, "It's true, brother Zacchaeus. We've kind of been able to do it all our lives since we were very young." He says, "Fascinating."
I told them of your limited sensitivity to the leyline magic and your studies. I thought perhaps you meeting we could share knowledge or
He says,
aid one
"Oh,
another."
well, I would love to. I mean, my sensitivities, I don't know if you could even call it that. It's nothing compared to what some of the Yuan-Ti elders can do, or it sounds like you can actually even see them directly. I don't even know if many of the Yuan-Ti could do that." He says, "That is fascinating. I'm sorry to hear you've been hunted for it, though."
Father Zach, I must impress upon you that there are parties in the nearby empires that seek these ladies, so this must be most secretive.
Oh, my apologies, of course. I'll keep my voice down. But yes, I would love to talk to them more. Perhaps they can tell me about some of the things they've seen. And they nod and they say, "Well, we'd be happy to if we have some time. Are we going to be here a bit?"
I think we will at least stay the night, and I have promised Xena that I will regale her with stories of my adventures at dinner. We intend to move on to the cities sooner than later.
Well, if you have some time, I would love to talk to them. As you know, I'm often in the middle of some research project or another. I've actually been researching something similar to the ley lines, so insights from your friends would be very valuable.
I have one other revelation, I think, to share. Some of the sensations, some of the readings that these girls. Oh! I forgot to tell you, there are 3 of them, but they're hunted, and we have only discovered magic items to help them hide 2 of them, so the other remains elsewhere where we can more closely conceal them. But there are 3 of these young ladies, and they have gleaned some hints that perhaps there are places on the surface that might be habitable, and I of course know that from your teachings that this is hundreds of years early, if that is true, and so I thought it quite
He says,
amazing.
It is amazing, and actually quite a coincidence, because that is precisely what I was researching. A rumor that there is some sort of possible place that may have gone, or the fires have gone out early.
Rumor. So there are other parties that have become aware of this?
Says, I don't know too much about where the rumors come from. I've been mostly looking for historical precedent at the moment. Other times in history when such things have occurred. But yes, there are rumors from the Darok Empire of a possible safe haven on the surface. And I'm going to hop over to Robert for a second.
Yep.
So Kocha is like, this place is amazing. Look at that. Look at this huge, awesome temple.
I think Robert just agrees with her, just to make her happy.
I can imagine Robert just being there like,
She
uh-huh.
says,
Yeah.
Don't you think this place is I mean, you probably have seen some crazy things coming from the astral plane, but I mean, you have to admit this is pretty impressive, right?
Now, what's impressive is how many of our kind are here.
Humans? What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, back from where I'm from, you'll come across maybe a dozen in your lifetime.
She says, well, you've been to Ember. I mean, you've seen how many people are there.
Yes, it's still shocking how common we are.
She says, well, I mean, you're not common, and she gives you a wink. She says, but yeah, there's a good amount of humans in these tunnels, especially now that we're going to the Empire. I haven't been there a while, but you want to see a lot of humans. That place is full of them.
Yes, I can't wait to get to the city. Can't wait to see what humans have built.
She says, well, we are pretty impressive. Oh, can you buy me something? She says, this little statue looks so cool, and it's only 20 gold pieces.
Only 20 gold. Sure.
Alright, so you buy her the statue.
Yeah, he buys her everything.
Collecting
gives-
decor for your new home.
3,000 gold later.
Yeah, it's just going to end up in your house anyway, unless you break up with her. She gives you a big hug. She's like, thank you. All right.
I think Robert tries to enjoy himself.
It's a new place. All right, I'm going to make a note that
Make it till you make it.
bought her a cool-looking statue.
Yeah, he'll fake it until he actually starts having fun.
And
And I think he will. I genuinely think he will.
he's still getting used to the places, but yeah, he's starting to maybe feel a little bit more at home. And I think that would be a good place to end, unless Anvir, you want to do something for like RP before
I'm
we
just
end.
chilling.
Alright, so you're just kind of hanging out with Brother Zacchaeus and quietly observing. Alright,
Maybe when the conversation kicks up more, I'll start talking, but for now, I'm just observing.
so let's do MVP votes.
Flash W.
Hopefully we have more people next week.
Yeah.
So Coach Val's character sheet says that she is Robert's love interest, not Robert.
Yeah.
It's Robert.
That's what she calls me at home. I mean, what?
Yeah, that's her nickname for him, I guess. I didn't put that. At least I don't think I did. Robert.
It's not Robert, she's just some random rubbers. Lover.
Some other Robert.
Hi, Matron. I like that you invented a title. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah, honestly, the
Yeah.
only 3 people I made for my temple were a guy who I decided would already be dead, who was my father figure, Trislin, and that paladin guy, Heinrich.
Yeah. No, I only invented Zoka and Brother Zacchaeus. So.
Alright, well, if you want to give me a picture for the Mother Matron, I can put it.
I
But
have to think about that. I kind of wanted her to not be human. I wanted her to be something different, but yeah, maybe I can find something. We'll
I
see.
was, have you ever seen the show Never Have I Ever?
No.
I haven't, no.
I was thinking of the mom from that show, this Indian lady.
For some
That
reason,
kinda-
when you were talking, I know most of you guys haven't watched Critical Role, but all I could think about was Jester for some reason.
Really? Huh. I've
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I've not
I've
listened
not
to
watched
Critical
Critical
Role, honestly.
she just kind of talks like this.
Alright.
very cheerful all the time, and she loves the pastries.
Xena was actually Lou. You did play her as very cheerful, so yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how I kind of was picturing her as kind of cheerful. But Nasira, with 2 votes, you are MVP.
You guys got my inspiration.
Unanimous.
Alrighty, well, I'm actually gonna head out, so I'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah, sweet. Good night,
Yeah,
guys.
night, guys.
It'll be good if we have Anvir and or Eldwin and everyone next week.
That would be good.
I guess we.
Good night. Bye.